Folks, this live stream is brought to you by my sponsor AAA FX. Now, they're a fully regulated broker in Europe and South Africa, offering Forex indices, commodities, crypto, and over 100 stocks. Now, at AAA FX, you pay no commission on any Forex pair using their ECN Plus account and low commissions on cryptos and stocks. Plus, you can deposit with cash or crypto, get a free VPS with deposits over 5K, and easily integrate the well-known copy trade service Zulu Trade. While you're waiting for the stream to start, go and check them out by clicking the link in the description, comments, or visit AAAFX.com. All right, folks, welcome to this live stream here with Lord Banks, who was a guest on the show last week. So welcome to the stream, LB.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Guys, I know we didn't get a chance to see him trade on the Trading Nut channel last week because he said, why don't I just do a live trading session for you anyway? So that's what we got today, folks. I'm going to hand it over to him. He's going to take you through the London session the next 4 hours. Is that right? You got on here for 4 hours?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And I think that'll be a record for the longest stream here on the Trading Nut channel. So well done, mate. You've already going to win that one, folks. Thank you for watching. I'm going to chime out and let LB carry on and take it away.
Awesome. Hey, thanks so much, Cam. All right, guys. What's up, guys? For you guys that don't know me, I'm Lord Banks. I have a channel on YouTube, Lord Banks FX, and let's just get into it. Let me share my. See if I'm doing this right. All right. I didn't mess it up. Just a quick recap on yesterday's trade, yesterday's London session. We took a trade here for a breakout on GJ. Broke out right here. We actually waited for the pullback, entered into the trade. Our stops were put below the previous wick. Came and hit TP1. We took partials, adjusted our stops to break even. But if you actually would have held this thing here, it came and hit TP1, hit TP2, and TP3. Got a 4.7 risk to reward return on that, about 82 pips. If you would have continued to hold that thing, this thing would have gone through the roof. Through the roof. Yeah, this thing was actually a pretty nice move, 163 pips to the upside there. But anyways, that's a quick recap on yesterday's live stream. If you are on my channel, I know a lot of my people, I let them know. What's good, everybody? Jazz, Roma, FX, CJ, what's good? What's good? So let's go ahead and get into it. So many of you guys that know me, I do top-down analysis, clean charts, no indicators, no foo-foo, straight price action, clean charts. So we get rid of everything. Let's look at the monthly. Let's look at the monthly. Let's look at the monthly. So we got about 14 days left here. 14 days left here on, let's move this up a bit, sorry. Let's get it. Okay. So previous month here, bearish candle. It did close within the previous month's candle, right? We didn't create a new low, but our current monthly candle already busted a new low, right? Created the top wick. We got about 14 days left, about halfway through the month. So maybe we're coming down to test the next level down here, seeing that we've already broken the lows of the past 2 months. Excuse me. Looking at the weekly, we do see, bullish momentum here. But even with this bullish momentum, I want you guys to understand, in the stream, the whole purpose here is I'm trying to capture 10, 15, 20 pips. I'm not trying to, jump in and, catch the entire move here. So even though we are bullish here, we have momentum. Oh, sorry. That can come in to retest this trend line before we continue to the upside, right? So if we look at this on a higher time frame, yeah, it's extremely bullish, but on a lower time frame, this is 528 pips that it could come down to test this trend line on a higher time frame, right? So on the lower time frame, we could sell it And on a higher time frame, if we're swinging it, we could be buying. So let's look at the daily. How did we finish yesterday? Yesterday's candle was bullish engulfing. You see this massive, massive candle here. Came through, engulfed the previous candle here. It didn't break this high here. Looks like it kind of just barely tested that right there. It did break the low. It did break the previous day's high, right? So we could be coming up to test this area right here, right? And in all honesty, this could just be an area where we're seeing a break and maybe the second retest before it actually jumps down, kind of like a double top, right? That's on the daily. Let's look at the 4 hour. Looking at the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour is where I like to draw up my zones. I call them zones. People refer to them many different ways: support, resistance, supply and demand, areas of interest. You know, honestly, you can call it whatever you want, but what we're looking for is areas where, from the current price, where price has multiple reactions, right? Multiple reactions. So we see something like this here. Actually, move this thing up a bit here. See the reaction here, the reaction here, the reactions there, there, and it's literally just at that level, right? Then we want to establish the bottom zone. And this is essentially going to give us what I like to call our play area. Right? Okay. Like that. I like that. And then I move down to the 1 hour and just going to refine it just a bit here. I know the stream's a little bit different today for the people that are in my channel, but worry not. I'm gonna bring the same kind of value. There's gonna be comments on like both. I just got to get used to seeing the comments over here. Sorry. There's like comments coming in. I'm live on TikTok. I'm live on my channel, and I'm live on Trading Nuts channel. So I'm going to try not to ignore you guys. Let me get through the analysis, and then I'll answer questions. Cool. All right. So on the 1 hour, what I like to do is just refine the zones, just make sure I'm capturing the areas that I want to pay attention to. And this looks good to me. This actually, I want to move down just a bit. Yep. I like that. And then I jump down to the 15-minute. In the 15-minute, what I want to do is I want to establish a breakout range, right? So right away, I'm looking at this area here, right? But I want to look to the left to make sure that this is actually feasible. 72. This will cover this wick, but you know what? I'm going to do it at. Yeah, this is going to be nice. Okay. So breaking out of there. We have the bottom here, first area. Let me measure this, make sure this is actually worth it. About 24 pips. Out of 24 pips, we could definitely catch, 10, 15, 20 pips out of there. Next level from there, be right about there. Level above there, be right about there. Okay. I mark out just 3 different levels here. Go to the second level, be about 70 pips. Third level is about 90 pips. Not bad, not bad. Move this over here so I can see it. Okay. Now breaking down to the downside, we have several right about there. Ooh, it's really, really nice move to the downside if we can get this to push down. First target about 60 pips. Ooh, if that thing melts. If that thing melts, we're going to be in for a nice ride. Okay. Second level here about 94. Third level about 115. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and set alerts here. Crossing up when the bar closes. And that's going to be for a potential buy. Because remember, guys, I don't just buy once it gets here and crosses. I'm going to wait for the candle to close. I'm going to read the price action and make a determination if it's worth the risk to reward to take that trade, right? Oh, I can't even spell today. And I'll go ahead and write the price out here, which is 162,750. And let's place that on the top so you guys can see. Is that color okay for you guys, or should I change this to, I don't know, something like that? Does that look better? Okay. And then for the bottom one here, go ahead and set an alert. Crossing down when the bar closes. This is going to be for potential sells. Okay. And let's go ahead and write this out here. Oh my gosh, I cannot spell today. Actually, I'm going to move this up just a bit here. Or down, sorry. And change this text to the green so you guys can see. All right. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit better there. Let me go ahead and label this before TikTok goes crazy on asking me what pair this is. All right. So there is the markup, the setup for GJ. And now we just are going to be patient. We're going to wait for this to set up. I'm going to go ahead and do gold after this. And let me go ahead and send this chart out to the free Telegram. GJ setup sent. I'll send the link out as well to the YouTube chat, and I'll send it out to the stream chat over here. Oh, you know what? Maybe it doesn't let me. Maybe let's see if it does or not. I don't know. I sent it to the stream chat for trading out. I don't know if it'll let me actually post that, but it's the link to the trading view so you guys can pull it up. All right. All right, guys, this isn't a stock. This is a currency. This is GBP Let's see here. CJ says, no pressure, bro. Only got a couple K watching. Actually, we don't even have that many on my stream. I don't know. I don't know how many are on Trading Nut stream. I can't see that. Or maybe I can see it over here. Oh. Yeah, actually, I can see it. Cool. Cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Gold, please. Yes, gold is next. Gold is next. Yo, yesterday my internet was like tripping. This was a setup yesterday for gold. It broke out this way. I didn't take the trade. Remember, guys, I decided not to jump in. I didn't like the price action, and it melted, came and hit TP3. So you could have taken that for 3.5 risk to reward, about 60 pips, and it would have been pretty nice. Just now coming up to retest this breakthrough right there. But let me go ahead and get rid of everything. Clean charts, baby. Clean charts. No indicators. Straight price action. Market structure. Pattern trend trading. No foo-foo. So looking at the monthly here, top-down analysis, what do we see? Past few months just been on a tear. Just been melting. Completely melting, guys. Completely melting. Okay. What do we see with last month? Last month was bearish, came down, wicked down. I mean, completely obliterating all these lows. Came to test this right here. You see how it literally like just tapped into this area right here, right? Tapped into that area and rejected, right? Got about 14 days left on this monthly candle. It looks like it's already established a top wick. It could be coming back down now to maybe fill this wick if it's going to continue to the downside and maybe test this level of support again. Could be trying to break through there, or if we start breaking this high, if we break this high about above 1816, then we could be establishing a new level of support and then heading up to test this level around 1939. This is on the monthly, guys, so this is long-term. Okay, so this is just to give you a perspective overall. Where is the market? What is it doing? And in all honesty, like if you look at this on the weekly, you can identify market trends. It's been consolidating, right? You see, this is a consolidation area. This is upward trend, right? Downward trend, consolidating, upward trend, right? I'm just showing you guys so you see what phases the market is in, right? I mean, for me, I can just visually see it and I'm good with it, but some people don't understand that part. So I just wanted to point that out. But even though we're ranging here, let me show you something. From the top here to the bottom of this range, talking about 391 pips, right? 16, no. This is actually like 3,000 pips, right? 1675, because it's gold. Oh, let me see. I think I'm calculating this wrong. 17 right here. This is 15. 20. Okay, 15. This is 150. Oh, okay, so move the decimal point 1. Sorry, it's because this is a commodity and it's calculated by points, so it throws me off sometimes. So this is actually like 3,900 pips. At 3,900 pips, guys, like there's opportunity there. You understand that? Even though the market is in this massive range. This massive range can still afford opportunities. Don't be scared to trade it. Yeah, you can wait if you don't want to trade it. But one of these is going to break out either above or below. Right? We had this push up, consolidation. Before we had this push down, consolidation, push up, consolidation. So maybe we come test lower levels now or continue up. Like, you remember, guys, like for us, it's not our job to predict price. Our job is to react to price. So sorry, a little thirsty. Anyways, just a couple of little tips there, little tips for you guys, little nuggets. Anyways, on the weekly, past few weeks, we've been pushing up. It did break this level. This looks like it's just a break and a retest, right? If the pattern is to continue, we would see a new low. If we break this level here, market structure, then we're possibly looking at a change of market structure to the upside. Although it is currently bullish on the weekly, past 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, past month, basically, it's been bullish. But it is in a nice area where it's retesting that level that it broke on the weekly. Let's move down to the daily, see what the daily looks like. Very similar structure here. Push down, pull up, push down, come back to retest here. On the daily, we can start seeing that previous day was small volume day, but it was bearish. Previous trading day to that was also bearish engulfing, pushing down. There's no wicks to the top here, so we might get some kind of push up to kind of compensate for that before it comes down. Came down, retested this level here. It looks like it's holding this level right now, right? This is on the daily, guys. This is on the daily. So let's move down to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we like to establish our zones, just like on GJ. Tops and bottoms, areas of interest, areas where price has reaction, multiple levels of reaction, and it's referred to as, people refer to it as many different things, right? They refer to it as supply and demand, support and resistance, areas of interest, key levels, whatever you want to call it, whatever floats your boat. Essentially, it is the same thing here. What we're looking for is areas in the market where price has multiple reactions. So I line up levels here where I see multiple reactions happening with price. And then I move down to the 1 hour to get a nice little refinement just to make sure I'm capturing the levels that I am looking at. And that establishes what I like to call my play area. So from zone to zone, now this is my play area from zone to zone, right? And the next thing I do is move down to the 15-minute. And the 15-minute is where I like to establish a breakout range that I can look at to leverage pre-market and market open volume. To capture a quick scalp, I'm just looking to catch 10, 15, 20 pips, guys. Don't underestimate what 10, 15, 20 pips can do for you a day. Trust me, it is a game changer. Consistently being able to capture 10, 15, 20 pips a day. And I really don't like this at all. Let's see what this top of this measures out to be. About 25 pips. Not too bad. Not too bad. Above that. I'll look at this level as a second level. And then our third level, look at this level. So this would be about 78 pips and then about 109. Now to the downside, looking for a break to the downside. We have this nice impulse move there. Below here, that's not worth it. Below there, it's not worth it. Below there, it's not worth it. Below there, maybe. See what this is. About 17 pips. No, not good enough. Not good enough. So maybe below that. Let's see. What do we see? What do we see to the left? Okay. 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 So down to here, that's about 52 pip range. Nice. Nice, nice. We break this level. Looking to the left. Looking at this level. And then this level. Okay. Womp. Hey, how to go like way back over here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this back on track here. Second level will be about 83 pips. Third level about 110. All right. So I like this now for gold. This is going to be gold on the 15-minute chart. Okay. And I'll go ahead and mark this up here for potential buys above 1783.91. 914. Okay. I'll set an alert because I want this to cross up and I want the bar to close. Oh shit. Once the bar closes, I'm going to read price action and make a determination if I should jump in or not. Okay. Now the bottom one, go ahead and update this. Potential sales below. This is going to be 1771. Oh, 21,761. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set an alert on this, crossing down once the bar closes. Oh. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. Remember, whenever I enter the trade, my stops are going to be below the previous wick, and then I'm focusing on my target level one is going to be a 1-to-1, right? So when I say I'm going to read price action, once it breaks above this, if for some reason the candle that breaks, here ends up breaking and the close pushes all the way up to the target level where it knocks off my risk to reward, then I wouldn't be jumping in. For example, like if the trade comes up here, my stops are down here, and the trade closes right there, my first target level is right here. The risk to reward is 0.3. It's no longer worth me risking the trade, right? So I wouldn't jump in. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Let me send this chart out to the people. Let me send it out to the people. Send it out to the free Telegram. And Sending out the link. Copy link to the chart, to the chat, and YouTube. Sending it out to the link or to the chat on Trading Nut. Cool. How long do I trade the London session for? I trade till 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. I don't trade the entire London session. That would be insane. I trade the London session, and then I trade the New York session. And I'm only because I only trade the 4 hours because I'm only focused. The strategy is focusing on pre-market and market open volume, right? The strategy I'm using is a breakout strategy. So it's not a break and a retest. It's not, certain price points. I'm focusing on leveraging volume coming into the market. And the areas that I've identified are a range of the market, and going above or below that will be able to leverage that market volume, right? And honestly, there was a little breakout right here, like breaking out above here to this level. But that was before we jumped on. So I'm going to focus on that. So I'm going to check the comments. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and jump in the comments, and I will answer them now. Jazz Banks in the house. What's good? What's good? Cypher, we back again. Thanks, my boss. Yes, sir. King Lion the Third. What's good? My mama says she needed to do whip. I told her Banks got her. Let's make mama here. What up, Sonny? What up, Sonny? What up, CJ? Daniel, how do you see Nas 100? I'm not going over indices right now. I don't use this strategy for indices. I use a completely different strategy for that. Interesting. You're live on Trading Nuts channel right now. Yeah, I am, and I'm live on mine as well. So welcome. Yeah, cool. Can we see what happened last time to GJ with the core CPI release? Yeah, I don't focus on fundamentals and news. I do look at the news and try to avoid it, right? So we do have at 1 a.m. CPI coming out. That's one thing we have to pay attention to. That's going to have an impact on price. So try to be careful with that. Try to avoid the time in and around that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Should show the other stream using the line chart instead of candles if they can't determine which way something is going. What things? Oh yeah, my little trick here. So if you guys are having trouble or like having like challenges being able to identify areas, let's see if I can go to my education one. Let's just go to a blank chart here. So let's say, hey, LB, I have problems like being able to identify the zones, doing the analysis, marking up, like how do I know that's the actual area? Make it very simple for you guys. Change your charts. Change it to a line chart, okay? Now it's super, super easy to see. Here's tops. Here's bottoms, right? You got multiple areas of price reaction there, multiple areas of price reaction there, right? And then just go back to candles. Boom. There you go. Congratulations. Nice little hack for you guys. Hopefully you guys can take that and improve your analysis skills. Anyways, I have alerts, guys. So whenever it gets to our levels and does what it needs to do, like it will alert me. So don't freak out. We're not going to miss anything. I am ready to go. Anyways, let's continue with the comments here. Questions. Why you don't use volume indicator? Is it useful or you can notice volume without it? Yeah, I read volume based on the sizing of the candle. Understand volume is relative to whatever time frame you're looking at, previous candle, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly. So I don't use candles, guys. I don't use indicators. I've talked about this multiple times. Is kind of my story is when I got started, I used indicators like everybody else, and for me, it became very difficult. I started using more and more indicators. It got to a point where I had so many indicators on the screen, I couldn't see the candles. Not being able to see the candles, and then the indicators themselves began to contradict themselves, right? So I kept adding indicators because I was under the impression the more indicators, the more confirmations, the better the edge, right? So what ended up happening is I ended up freezing myself, and I couldn't make a decision. I couldn't buy or sell. I didn't know what to do. I was just the indicators would contradict themselves. I didn't know what to do and how to do it, and I froze myself. And as a trader, that's the worst place to be is freezing up to where you can't make a decision. You don't know what to do. You don't want to pull the trigger on a trade. You're not confident, losing your confidence. That's the worst place to be as a trader. So for me, I said, you know what, I can't do this anymore, and I deleted all the indicators, and I just started focusing on straight price action, the way the market was moving, the different phases, and patterns and whatnot. So that's kind of where things changed for me, and I started just working on improving from there. But I'm not saying indicators is a bad thing. Don't use indicators, whatever. Like, look, if it's working for you, congratulations, do it, use it, whatever. Do I know how to use indicators? Of course. I know how to use, probably all the indicators that are out there. Volume, MACD, RSI, the fibs, like any of that you're looking at, Ichimoku, all of those indicators I've used before in the past. I've seen it before in the past. I even have some strategies, the MAs, SMAs, all of that good stuff. But that's not my primary go-to stuff. I trade based off straight pure price action. And I like to say, I am the indicator. Do you understand what the indicator does, right? So the indicator, all it does is interpret the data that is being printed out in front of you, and then represents it in a different graphical interface, right? So instead of seeing price data like this, you'll see it in a line, right? You'll see it in a bar. You'll see it in a cloud or a color change or whatever the case may be. But the indicator, all it's doing is waiting for price to print out, then interpreting, then repainting that into a different style, different design. So it's just a different way of reading what's already on the screen, right? So I'd much rather cut out the middleman and just interpret it myself. And honestly, for me, it's been one of the most freeing things, being able to just focus and rely on the charts themselves, and not, this indicator, that indicator. But I know a lot of super successful people in this industry that use indicators, and they swear by them, and they hoard their indicator settings for themselves. But I'm straight naked charts, price action, and like I said, honestly, like, I wouldn't have all of this on the chart, like all these drawings. I just do it so you guys can visually see what I'm talking about. If that makes sense. Anyways, let's continue with the questions here. See, Babar, hi, can you kindly check AUD USD? Yeah, if I have some time here in a minute, I will. Next on production, are you streaming tomorrow? I will be streaming tomorrow. What about pound CPI after half an hour? I'm going to, usually, you understand, like with news, there's going to be a reaction, but for the most part, news is most of the time already priced into the movement that's been happening. So that's why you see sometimes, it's positive news and it's going down, and everyone's like, it's market manipulation. It's really not. It's just the anticipation made a move earlier, and then what's going to happen after the news comes out is the correction of whether was the move too big or was it too small, and then continue. But like I tell you guys, man, our job as traders is not to predict price. Our job as traders is to react to price. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to stick to my plan, stick to my rules, stay disciplined, and execute. That's it. You know, I'm not going to focus on anything else. How can you avoid false breakout? Well, I'll tell you this. You know, for me, it comes with the experience of reading the price action and looking to the left to see what we're looking at. Are we filling a wick, or do we have a clean price action? Is it messy? What phase are we in? What time frame are you trading? What kind of style are you trading? Are you scalping, swinging? Because you can have a false breakout on a swing. You can still make profits and put your stops to break even and close partials. Or are you the type of trader that sets in a entry point, a stop, and target levels and lets it hit one or the other, right? Like if you don't protect your capital, you know, you're going to be risking that, whatever initial risk is. For me, like I talk about all the time, is for me there's two rules, right? Rule number one is protect your capital. Rule number two is don't lose money. That's all you need. That's all you need, because what we do here, you know, it's very simple. And us as human beings, we overcomplicate it. And I don't want you guys to overcomplicate it. Keep it very, very simple. Don't add extra sauce to it. Come in, do your thing, and get out and be done. So when we're looking at the type of strategy that I trade, even if it's a false breakout, understand I'm jumping in here to take 10, 15, 20 pips. That's it. That's all I'm looking for. My potential here is about 25. Let's see, what was it? Yeah, about 25 pips, right? Oh, jumping out of there, about 24 pips. Can I catch 10, 15, 20 pips out of this 24 pip range? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? My 1-to-1, if my stop loss ends up being 12 pips, 15 pips, I can definitely catch the 15 pips at TP1, have even extra room for further, you know, reach, adjust my stops to break even, take partials at TP1, leave a runner in case it continues to fly up. If it's a false breakout, I already secured a bag. I'm already at break even, risk free. So do I care about the false breakout? Not necessarily. Another thing that helps me avoid the false breakout is that I'm not jumping into this trade at when price is breaking this or when price reaches this. I'm waiting for the candle closure, because you can get faked out, right? So I'm going to wait for the candle to close to make the determination to jump in. Why is your name Lord Banks? So my official, like I'm officially titled as Lord because I actually bought a plot of land in Scotland to receive the documents to actually send off to officially be able to title myself as Lord. It was just a thing that I had done. And when I started trading with other individuals on my Discord and Telegrams and stuff, you know, we were doing really well and stuff. And a lot of people were like, oh, you know, when I was jumping onto the stream or coming on, people were excited about the results and talking about they're breaking the banks, robbing the banks, and, you know, banks kind of just stuck with me. So, yeah, I just went with Lord Banks. And I do it just because I'm kind of like, I have my own private life, and I'm not trying to, like, you know, there's a lot of crazy people in the world, and I'm not trying to have people come like in real life. Like, not that I have anything against with, you know, people that follow me, and I'm sure like I'll probably end up meeting people in real life that are online and whatnot. But to me, I appreciate my private life, and I don't want to get mixed up with any kind of craziness. So yeah, that's why I am Lord Banks. How do you determine entry for buys and sells? So like I talked about, the entries is going to be based off this red dotted line. When price breaks and closes, the candle needs to break and close above or below. Okay, above or below, right? Hopefully that helps you. Do you also trade NAS 100? I do. I trade currencies, commodities, and indices. So NAS 100, US 30, gold, and I like the GBP pairs. I did the same, and my trading improved a lot just using the MACD for now, but planning to ditch it. Congratulations. Is the VIP GJ swing still valid? It sure is, bro. It sure is. Even if this pushes up within this area, you understand that call that I sent out on VIP for my people that are my VIP, even though it pushes up within this area, that's a trade within the trade. And that's one of the things that I was talking about is that I'm going to be going over and teaching in the boot camp this weekend, is that advanced technique that we could have a move here where we make and hedge to offset our current position, make this trade that pushes up, make the profit move up before we get the move to our side, right? So it's about 12:48 right now, and time in London is 6:48. Yeah, it's still good on time. So it's still totally valid. And for you guys, like in the VIP, if for whatever reason I end up closing that trade, cutting my losses, taking like whatever I do, I send out in that. And it's not I don't want it to be considered like a signals room because it's so much more than that, At the same time, it's not, I don't want to like tell you guys, oh, that room I'm always going live or I'm always sending out this amount of trades. I'm just in that room. I send out breakdowns, analysis. We will go live occasionally. We do New York sessions. I do send out swings, intraday trades. The discussions are on in there so you guys can ask questions, and I'm in there answering those questions. It's just a little bit more hands-on and getting access to more of my trading. The London sessions, I do them on YouTube, and I go live with you guys and we interact and I answer questions on in the comments, right? Indicators can be useful for swing trading. Yeah, it could be. I don't use the indicators for my swing strategy. Gold is a buy. Gold is a buy. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I haven't. I mean, yeah. If you bought it over here, I wouldn't buy right here. My range is up here. I just breaking out from over here. Whenever I did this analysis, the price was already here because I started at midnight, right? So we had already passed that level. So I wasn't going to chase a trade. So for me, I had forcefully have to wait for the next area, which would be breaking out above here. We have this small range of potential, which is breaking out above here, filling this wick here. We just have to be careful because this area here where I have the zone, the purple, that is a 4-hour level of resistance, right? So, we have to have some really nice volume to break through that. That makes sense. But anyways, do you use options or futures quotes? No, I just on TradingView, I'm using the Owanda broker to look at the pricing, and then I have the broker that I use. How long have you traded full time? I've been trading since 2014. 2014 is when I got started. Trading full time, probably like I want to say maybe the last 6 years or so. Yeah, so Lord Banks, you've improved my trading a lot. I don't come to streams often now, but I really want to give a big thanks to you for improving me as a trader. Hey, you're welcome, brother. I'm here for it. That's the whole goal here, guys. Is I started this because I was bored, and like trading London sessions by myself. And, I started trading with a couple of people, doing a little Telegram, doing a little Discord. And then, people asked me to go live, and I started doing live sessions. And, I remember when it was just, 5 of us shooting the shit and, and trading on the trading on our own. And now it's like, it's been crazy. Like this, I was telling the guys on the stream yesterday, back in February, I was like at 300 subscribers on my YouTube, and last night we cracked 4,000. So shout out to you guys. Honestly, like it's you guys make the community. I'm just here trading, doing something that I would be doing regardless. And you guys make this whole thing really come alive with all the support and the love, and trusting me and coming in and asking questions and improving and all that. Like, I love to hear that. I love to hear your journey, and what's helping you, what's not. And if you have questions too, like, reach out. Like, I'm an open book. I'm not a gatekeeper and stuff. I do offer, paid products and services, but for me, I just I'm not, like, if you're asking questions in here in the comment, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to answer that. Go buy my course, go buy my bundle package, go buy my, it's not about that. Like, I'll answer the questions. Obviously there's a ton of questions, so I may not get to all of them, but I go through, and ones that I see, I answer. So, but yeah, I have paid products and services, but I also have, the Discord is free. I have a free Telegram. I'll send out a free setup there once a week. And, then I have the, I do have my VIP, and I have, one-on-one stuff. I have the course stuff, and those are our paid services. But by all means, guys, like, I'm not trying to sit here and promote my stuff. I'm just telling you guys, like, if you can't afford it or don't want to pay for those things, check out the lives, even the past lives. Like, you guys can go on my YouTube channel and see all the past lives, and there's tons of information in there, because I'm answering questions all the time. People are asking, certain things, and maybe it's a question you have, and it's in that video. So yeah. Anyways, let's keep it going here. You must have a crazy sleep routine due to how many hours stay awake for the London session. It's not bad. It's just like, when I go to sleep and when I wake up it is different, but I'm still kind of getting the same amount of sleep that I would regardless. Hey Banks, how's the challenges going? Would you be doing any more in the future? Yeah, I did this week fail my first one. I've failed a couple of challenges, and it was more like because of the timing on it, and I had to be a little bit more aggressive, so I hit some of the rules. But I think I've done about 35 challenges, and I've failed like 4 of them. So I'm not perfect, and that's why I tell you guys whenever I take those challenges on. But the good thing is if I fail your challenge, I'll do a retry for free, or give you your refund of the service fee for the challenge. So, but I don't know what that percentage is out of 35, 4 challenges failed. I don't know if somebody wants to calculate that, but that's what my percentage is. Let's see here. I was there. Yeah, Sonny is one of the OGs. That's why he's my admin here in the YouTube chat. You guys see him with the highlighted name and the little wrench. He was one of the 5. That was like over a year ago. So shout out to Sonny. He is a real one for sure. Dylan Ball, you are the real deal, man. I made money with you yesterday. Thank you. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. That's what we're here for. Everyone's here for that. Although, I like to talk about is, I don't want to focus on the money. I want to focus on the skill, right? I want to focus on the skill, make sure we are getting a great analysis, getting a great markup, following our rules, being disciplined, making the story of why we're taking the trade and doing that trade, making it make sense to us, right? Like I tell you guys, if you're going to take a trade and you can't tell me why you're taking the trade and tell me the story of why you're taking that trade, then you probably should not be taking that trade, right? And I want you guys, especially if you're a struggling trader, work on, talk to yourself. Tell yourself, like, why are you taking that trade? Because many times people get molded into taking signals, taking other people's trades and never building their own confidence to take their own. And it's either that or people are gambling and they just jump in because, it looks like it's going to go up. Usually when you say something like that, the percentage and the probability of it going against you is way, way higher, right? So anyways, let's keep it going here. You mentioned you have a Telegram channel. What's the name of it? CJ just put the link there in the chat. But if you go to any of my social media platforms and click on the link, it's a link tree, and that will all the links are in there. And I'll go ahead and put it on the screen here for you guys. And I'm not trying to promote myself here on Trading Nut. I just, people are asking for this, so I'll go ahead and add it. I know Cam is cool with it, but I'm his guest, and I just want to, be a great guest for Cam. This is my first time doing a collaboration with anybody. Actually, Cam for my for Trading Nut was my first interview that I've done. I've had a few people reach out to me, email me, and wanting to do partnerships, sponsorships, and all kinds of things like that. But like I talk about, like for me, I value my community, and I don't want to just put anything on you guys. So I check everything out first before I expose my community to anything, because I wouldn't be doing you guys any service if I just took somebody's money just to spout out a name or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need that. I make enough from actually trading. So if it's something that's beneficial and that'll help my community, then I'm open to doing that. But I vet everybody before I do that. I mean, even Trading Nut, I hadn't Trading Nut emailed me, and I didn't know who that was, but a lot of people in my community did. And then I checked out his YouTube, and I thought it was awesome. So I said, yeah. And here we are, baby. All right, let's see here. You trading GJ tonight? I primarily mark up GJ and gold and wait for the best setup. Oh, GJ is pushing up. It is 1 a.m. We got the news popping up. Look at that. Wow. There's no wick to the downside, so I don't really like that candle. It's a brand new candle, 15-minute. Wow, look at that. Look at that thing go. Wow. She is flying. Flying. See what happens. She could just be reacting to the news before. Let's see what the news was. Yeah, CPI news, man, that red folder. See what it was. The forecast was 9.8, actual was 10.1. So that is good for the economy, for GBP. So you're seeing that reaction there on this candle. But we've already had this massive move here. So this could, like I said, just be the initial reaction, and then it continue to the downside. So I don't trade news. I avoid news like crazy because I'm more of a technical guy, and I don't like this. I love volatility, but this is too volatile for me, right? Man, guys, you guys are like blowing up my in Telegram and Instagram. Appreciate the love. Appreciate you guys following me. While I have everybody here, I want to let you guys know, like on Instagram, there's a ton of fake accounts. So just be careful. If in order to make sure that it's me, first of all, I will never message you asking you to send me money, crypto, none of that nonsense. Second of all, my Instagram is the Instagram that follows 0 people. Okay, I follow no one on my trading Lord Banks FX Instagram. I do that because what the scammers are doing, they're going into my Instagram, stealing all of my content, reposting it, making it look identical, and then all of my followers, they're following them, and then they start messaging everybody. Because I get like 5-10 messages a day screenshotting other people, and people have gotten scammed out of thousands of dollars. And guys, look, I love you guys, but I'm not gonna replenish your thousands of dollars that you got scammed when I continuously tell you guys to be careful and what you should be doing. You know, you can jump into my Telegram. My official links are on the screen. And reach out to me. But just be careful, guys, please. So we got about 11 minutes and 50 seconds on this candle. This was the news, and it really pushed up, and it's flying right now. We don't have a wick to the downside, so this could be one of those situations where we do have a fake out, although the news was positive and we should expect bullish movement. I will say one thing is, for the most part, news is priced in. So this movement here could have been in the anticipation of the good news to come. This breakout here could just be the reaction, the quick reaction to the news that has happened, and then we could see a correction move down to the downside. One of the things that makes me feel that way is that this current candle, the 15-minute candle, doesn't have a wick to the downside. See? So for me, it's an impulse move, which is common with news, and we'll just be patient here and see how this candle closes and see if we'll have an actual opportunity here. Let me go ahead and check out gold, see what gold is doing. Gold is low volume here, kind of tapping out, maybe reaching the top here, maybe a double top situation within this range. The only problem is within this range, I don't like to trade just because it is ranging. But if we get a nice type of pattern like this double top and maybe a bearish engulfing candle, I might consider it because, for example, let's say the candle closes below this wick engulfing, to the downside here, we have an opportunity about 57 pips, right? Because overall, this range alone is, let's see, about 120 pips. So there's opportunity in there, right? One of my strategies, my zone-to-zone strategies, where I use stacking, that is executed within ranges. And actually, that strategy was a strategy that made me my first 6-figure day. So, it was pretty phenomenal. It actually happened on my birthday. I know some of you guys, some of the old school people that have been here from the beginning remember that, but that was awesome. Anyways, we'll just keep monitoring price, see what it does. Remember, these areas, guys, it's dynamic. It's not static. It's dynamic, meaning that we can shift this a little bit depending on how price structure begins forming, begins changing, testing, and moving. We can be able to adjust. So, if I see this, develop a level of support where we can then have some nice clean price action to the downside with some, appropriate risk to reward, then I will look to take that. I'll move this up, move it up to the area that I see, and then make a determination there. But this candle is looking nice here. If we get a nice bearish engulfing, we might have an opportunity to sell that. And for GJ is pushing up. Still, we have some really nice volume here, but like I said, we have no downside wick, which to me means it's an impulse, which is the reaction to the news. But when we have a move like that, there needs to be some kind of correction. Not saying that a candle will come down lower than this, but we will have push to the downside, and that's what makes it difficult to take a breakout trade, scalp with this type of price action. If that makes sense. Cypher says, yeah, that makes you special. Do you start your live at a certain time? Yeah, 12 a.m. Central Standard Time to 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, CJ got it. Babar said, what will be your advice if person after 1 year of trading still in loss? Here's my advice, guys. If you want this to happen for you, if you want to become a full-time trader, or you just want to supplement your income, you just want to be consistent and profitable, you want to make some money, understand one thing is first you have to change your mind here to become focused on you're going to make it happen no matter what. If this is really something you want to do, you need to do some soul searching first and ask yourself, is this something I really want to do? And if it is, you have to then tell yourself you're going to become a no matter what person. No matter what you're going to do this, no matter how many times you blow your account, no matter how many times you lose, no matter how many times it sucks, no matter how many times you don't hit your levels, no matter how many times your analysis sucks, no matter how many times people tell you you're never going to make it, no matter how many times everyone doubts you, no matter how many times you doubt yourself, you're going to continue, because it all starts in the mind. Trading psychology alone, extremely undervalued, underrated, and it plays a huge role within trading. You understand what makes up the market, and the movement in the market is other traders, other people thinking, reviewing, analyzing, reacting, and it's in the mind that comes from first, right? So what advice I would tell you is, if you're losing, then you need to be able to find a way to measure your progress, find a way to be able to begin to tweak things, change things. And that mentality of being able to keep coming back will force you to find a way to improve. Because what happens is that ingrains into your subconscious mind. And right now, your subconscious mind much rather go back into the comfort zone of you don't trade at all, because when you're not losing, you're comfortable. When you're losing, you're uncomfortable. So your mind is going to err on the side, listen, I don't like trading anymore because I keep losing and it's frustrating and I'm angry and it sucks and I'm losing money and all that good stuff. It's going to want you to take the easy road, easy out, right? Which is just give up. But if you continuously tell yourself you're going to keep doing this no matter what, at some point your subconscious mind will soak that up and then begin to work in your favor. It will begin to connect the dots. It will begin to find ways to help you improve, right? And that is when you'll see exponential growth. Exponential growth. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Reconsider strategy and maybe take mentorship classes. Yeah, that's another thing too. You need to find somebody that you can relate to. And I'm not trying to. This isn't a plug for you guys to come to my stuff. Look, I'm not for everybody, and I know that. I'm not your YouTuber here with flashy cars and flashy jewelry and stacks of cash. Like, I don't care about that. I care about this, what you see on the screen, the skill, and being good at this. Whatever you do with your money in your private life, that's on you, but I care about this and the skill. So find somebody that you can relate to and, stick to them and ask questions. And another thing I would say is, if you're looking to find a mentor, I wouldn't really go with anyone that doesn't do any kind of live trading. Even if it's just one time, like you have to. I just feel like if you know how to trade, you can trade live and showcase that skill. Um, and that's, to me, way more important than showing profits, showing withdrawals, showing live accounts, showing all that stuff. All that is irrelevant if you can look at this chart, go from start to finish, enter a trade, manage that, and win or lose, follow and be disciplined with your rules. Like, that is showcasing what trading is, what it takes to be a great trader, right? Because there's no you're not going to be in a group that is 100% win rate, and anyone that claims that is a damn liar. But you'll have time. Like, I mean, I've had winning streaks, right? I've had winning streaks where it's pretty nice, but I've also had, a week when I've lost. But one of the things I will say is, if you lose a trade, you can lose a trade and still win the day. You can lose a day, still win the week. You can lose a week, still win the month. You can lose a month, still win the quarter. You can lose a quarter, still win the year. Okay? So understanding that, you have to make a decision for yourself. Are you in this long term, or are you just trying to roll the dice, play a gamble, catch a bag, and be done? And if that's the case, maybe I'm not the guy you should be following or paying attention to, because I'm not here to I'm not one of those that is constantly flipping accounts and look how I can have disrespect risk management and flip a trading account like that. I mean, it's totally possible you can do it. I think it takes a lot of skill, and you have to be a great trader to do so, but also understand that the leverage and the risk management that you use to do that is not sustainable. And that's one of the things those people that have, like, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos of people that flip accounts, they don't tell you that doesn't last. And what's really frustrating is if you're able to, flip a small account into a decent account, and I consider anything less than $10,000 a small account, but being able to do that and then blowing that opportunity, ruining your chances, having to start from scratch again, that's tough, All right, let's see here. Who does not make some cash with banks? What? I'm learning this skill from you so that I can teach it to my 12-year-old son. That's awesome, man. I actually have one of my original people that was one of the original 5. She actually is an awesome person, and she taught her 11-year-old daughter how to read the charts and mark up, and teaching her how to trade from joining me. And she was a complete beginner. She didn't know anything from scratch. Like, she wasn't already trading. She just saw that I was doing it and asked questions. So shout out to her. Do you keep a tracker of the account that you pass for your clients to see if they don't blow their account? I don't. That's too much for me. Like, I have a lot of things going on personally, and I don't have that kind of time. Look at this candle, how it closed. See, this is why I talk about it's important to wait for candle closure. It did push up and it completely came back down below. So did not enter that trade. So we're waiting on this next candle, see how that ends up. And look at gold. Gold melted. So this was a nice bearish engulfing candle, but look at this with no wick to the downside. I don't like that kind of price action, so I wouldn't consider this taking this on top of the fact that it's within this range that I don't like, because there's a lot of indecision, a lot of ranging. I don't like it, so I stay out. And that's how I'm making my decisions while I'm trading. Hopefully that helps you guys a bit understand kind of what I'm looking for and what I'm paying attention to. Oh man, I have it's because TikTok can't see. They have a small screen. Whatever. All right. Let's answer some more questions here. Hey, Banksy, do you do the same analysis and setup for the New York session? No, I do not. I use a different strategy. I'm focused more on indices during the New York session, but this same strategy will work and you can use it on the New York session. So, Tony Balak, awesome live, loving it. Thanks, LB, and thanks, Cam. You're most welcome, brother. Next on productions, bro, you forgot about the giveaway. No, I did the giveaway. Oh, the access code. You haven't sent the access code out. Don't worry, brother. I got you. I will be sending that. It's because I'm putting a whole email thing together for the people that bought the boot camp and the ones that I'm giving the access code to. The only difference between the people that won the giveaway and the people that paid for it is the people that paid for it just got an email confirmation. But whenever I send you guys the access code, you'll sign up and then you'll get the email confirmation as well. Do you trade silver? No, I do not trade silver. If GJ closed breakout, what could be your stop loss if it's a big candle? Well, I might consider not taking that trade. If it's a big candle and destroys my risk to reward to my first level, I wouldn't take the trade, you know. I'm off to Portugal for a week on Friday, so trading by the pool for the LBFX. Nice. Yeah, so I did create a private group, which is free for my LBFX members, people that I've vetted myself that have been trading, and I've been going over their setups, and I trust to send out setups. The only person right now that has been, I guess, promoted into that is CJ. CJ, absolute killer. He came in, he found me on TikTok, came in, watched all my videos, asked all kinds of questions, and I just started completely killing it. The dude he's 16 when he started with me, and I think he's 17. He just turned 17 a couple of months ago, and he's making more money than his professors and teachers at school. So shout out to him. But that link for the LBFX member setups for that private group, it is a free group, and that link is located within the Lord Banks free Telegram. So what I'll do is I'll pin that so you guys can have easy access. Yep. All right. So I pinned the message in the free Telegram, and you guys can access that free group in there. And CJ sends out setups for even during London session, for EU and GU and New York. He will send out some US 30 stuff, even for, I think, like pre-Asian or Asian session or the end of New York session, something like that. He'll send out sometimes some scalps for the indices. And I mean, he's one of the guys that I've seen. I like to call CJ my protege because I have not seen anyone else execute to the level that CJ has in being able to soak up the information, replicate the systems, and follow a rules-based approach to trading, the way I try to teach you guys in my lives and in my VIP and all that good stuff. So shout out to CJ for definitely doing that for you guys, because he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't get paid for that. He's just participating in the community and wanting to give back and show his appreciation to you guys. So shout out to him. Royales 96, will you nurture someone with a $100 account? That's tough, man. I'll tell you, if you only have $100 to trade, look, I've done in the past in my Discord challenges where I took $10 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000. That is a very difficult thing to do. I can do it because I'm a great trader. I'm confident enough to be able to do so. But the thing is if you really want this to be serious, I would not recommend starting with such a low amount. Now, I say that kind of in a broad sense because I know this channel and online, it's worldwide. And maybe in some places, making $100 or making $20 or whatever is, a difference for you guys. So in that situation, maybe you could trade $100 account and make a difference in your life with what you're earning. But it's going to take you some time. You have to be patient, and you have to continue to push forward, being able to take setups that you're going to be a little bit more limited on, because for example, you won't be able to take swing trades with larger stops, right? You would maybe need to focus on small scalps. Don't try to hit multiple target levels at like TP1, for example. Take the whole thing. You don't have the option or the luxury to be able to close partials and leave a runner because you have such a small account. But those kind of things, you have to be able to make those determinations for yourself within your own account. The information I send out and the trades that I send out, even my VIP and stuff, it shouldn't be with people with small accounts. Like, you should have a decent account size, with a few $1,000s in there to be able to play, right? Like I said, it really, honestly, anything less than $10,000 I consider to be a small account. Look at this candle here. This candle might be the one that breaks and closes to the upside. We got about 7 minutes here, about 7 minutes left. And just to measure out what we're looking at is it would be about a 16 pip stop. And our first target here, from where it's at right here, it would be about a 1-to-1. If it continues to push up higher, it would kind of mess our risk to reward. I wouldn't get in if it's anything less than at least 1-to-1. So if it pushes up higher, reducing the risk to reward less than 1, I won't take that trade. I could look for the following trade, depending on what the price action looks like, to pull back into my area to make it worth it, and then enter at the crossing of that point, or the price point, right? So a lot of things that, these kind of things is hard to communicate over a Telegram channel or a signals channel. This is what I like to call the active trade management part of things, right? Let's answer some more questions here. Dylan Ball, that is so cool. Appreciate it, brother. Was the last 15 candle a liquidity grab? It was a reaction to the news. Did you get the GJ buy? I'm not in a trade right now. I will let you guys know when I am in an active trade. Royale is high from Singapore. What's good? Do you have a rule on how many losses you can take in a day? Yeah, my rule is 2. So, and it's per session. So if I take a trade and I lose, I award myself, or I allow myself to take one additional trade if I'm taking like a second chance. And if the setup is there, I don't jump into the trade again and chase trades. That's not the way I operate. But I will take a second chance trade. If I lose the second trade and I've lost 1 and 2, I'm done trading for that session, and I will just close it down and come back the next session. Like if I lose 2 for London, I'll be done, and I'll come back for New York and trade New York. But like I said, New York is a different strategy. I'll be in a completely different mindset for that, focusing on different things. And that strategy, I don't trade that in the live sessions for like YouTube and stuff. Those things I are exclusive to my VIP. And in my VIP, I don't go live every New York session. It's not sustainable for me to be able to go live on London, go live on New York. But I do send out the setups when the setup triggers to my VIP. In my VIP, you will get all the trades that I'm taking, except for if it's like a scalp or like a hedge or certain techniques that I use for the challenge services to pass the challenge accounts. Those have different things that I use to be able to pass those challenge accounts, because they're the way they're set up with the rules that you have to obey and not, violate. There's certain things you have to do, and I have to be actively managing that all the time. So they just incorporate different strategies. But swing trades, intraday trades, price points that I'm looking for, setups like that, I will send out in my VIP. I lost 5 straight times yesterday trying to short GJ. Yeah, bro, you shouldn't have. There's that. No. I don't even know what was the percentage that you were using. I know some people go off percentage where they're like, oh, I'm only going to lose 1% today, and once I lose that 1%, I'm done, or cap out at 3%, or whatever it may be. So I don't. I'm not like in that. Like for me, I just focus 2 trading losses, and for the most part, I'm risking anywhere from 1% to 3%. 1% is 85% of the time. I will upgrade it to 2% only if I'm seeing something that really is in my favor, and otherwise I'm not even going to full with it. But we got about 2 minutes left on this, and you see this is why we wait for candle closure. So you see this candle also wicked up, and it is pulling back down below this level. We don't want to get stuck in a place where it is not respecting the direction that we think it's going. Also, I mentioned earlier that I felt like the price was the news was built into the price here from the earlier session and the consolidation. This was the initial reaction to the good news, but we see that this wick up here and this wick right here, it's failing to create a new high, right? So we could see that push down lower, right? We'll just continue to monitor here. We got about a minute left here on this candle. It would be just breaking over here. It'd be about 11, 12 pip stop, about a 10 pip stop, making it a 1.8 risk to reward, which is not bad. We got about 50 seconds here. What I want to do at this point is I do want to calculate my risk to know what my lot size would be on my account. Oh man, this thing is pushing up a little too high. So, well, about 39 seconds, about 30 seconds. 30 seconds and about a 12 pip risk, 12 pip stop loss right now. About 20 seconds. We're just waiting. We're not in just yet. If the risk to reward is at least 1, I will take this trade. We're looking at about a 13 pip stop loss, 13 pip stop here. About a 15 pip stop. Oh, TikTok can't see. Like people commenting with questions and stuff, so I don't want you guys to feel like I'm ignoring anyone. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into this thing. It is about a 15 pip stop. Actually, like a little bit less than that. So let's see what my lot size is. Okay, jumping into the trades, guys. Jumping into the trades. Jumping into the trade. And putting my stops below the previous wick of the 15-minute candle. And my first take profit level will be a 1-to-1, which is about 12.7 pips from entry, which is just about right here. And that would be this target level, which is actually hitting right now. Jesus, it's already going to hit. Yeah, it's literally hitting TP1 right now. That was fast. TP1 hit. And you guys know what we do at TP1, right? TP1 is hit. So we're up right now just about 14, 15 pips on that trade. You should be adjusting your stops to break even. Okay. We are about 18 pips in profit. We hit TP1, guys, so here's the horns for you guys. Hit them horns every time we win our TP1. This is a risk-free trade now, guys. Everyone should have taken partials at the bare minimum, adjusted your stop losses to break even, and yeah, leave a runner here. So close those partials, adjust your stops to break even, and let this thing run if it's going to run. Let's get it. Let's get it. Here's going to be our TP2. And here's going to be our TP3 if we get to those levels. Really nice trade here, about 12 pip risk. So definitely nice movement. We're up right now about 19, 20 pips. 19, 20 pips. And yeah, she has some nice volume. TP2 hit. Let's see, like this TP2 is, do I have another level here that I can focus on? Because it's kind of up there. Here's a good level. And I'm going to move this down here. All right. Yeah, I like this better. So let's update this. Sorry, guys, I wasn't able to write out the numbers on the screen. That thing kind of moved quick. You guys saw that. I was barely able to enter on my account. So at this point, we have hit TP1, secured partials, adjusted our stops to break even, and that's a win for us, guys. Congratulations. Let's hear the horns one more time for the TP1 win, GJ. One time for the people in the back. Who made money with me today? Who made money with me today? I hope you guys made some money. Easy shit. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, the Discord link is in this link. If you visit this Linktree link, the Discord link is in there. It is free. You can join that 100%. GJ is going to fall in about 30 minutes. That's fine with me. I've already made my profit. Got you. What about the swing? The swing is still on, man. Remember, I said this is a trade within the trade. So understanding that I can take this trade here, make the profit going up for a scalp, and then it reverse and keep going down to the downside for the swing that we have in the VIP. We're still good on that. I'm not concerned with the trade that we took for that. We're just going to be patient and wait for that TP1 to get hit. It is in drawdown, but just have a little faith, have a little patience, and you'll be okay. Especially if you took this buy here with a 12 pip stop. I mean, the lot size on that, you should have had some nice profit there, which offsets that. Essentially, if you took the swing that I'm talking about in the VIP, this technique that we just did, if you did it on that same account, that would be hedging, right? We're offsetting the current position that we're in sales for GJ, which, yes, long term, I do have the trend as bearish. But anyways, yeah, there you go, El Kai. It is hedging. If you're doing it on the same account. Like personally for me, I have separate accounts. So for the live sessions, I have one account. and for my intraday swing trading, that's a separate account. And then I have one more live account where I do my testing strategies, because I don't like to test strategies on a demo account. Judge me whatever you want, but you cannot simulate real world, an actual real trading account. You'll know in your mind that it's not real, if it's real or not. So I don't like put a bunch of money in that. Like I usually just throw like a couple $1,000s in there, and it's just used for testing out strategies. So all right, that was quick. Family is full today. Yes, sir. Let's get it. I made some money. Thanks, my boss. Yes, sir. Nice trade, man. We're on a winning streak, baby. We won yesterday. We won today. VIP, we hit our TP1 for our first call, which was US 30 on Monday. Right now, we have our second trade that we're in. It is in drawdown, but has not hit our stop, and I'm still pretty confident in the direction of that. So not too bad, not too bad of a week. I know I was gone last week. I didn't live stream last week, but I did send out trades in to my VIP. Nice. Hedging is taking a buy and a sell at the same time. It's not necessarily at the same time. It is, as long as you're using one to offset the other, essentially. So doesn't have to be at the same time. Why don't you trade crypto? I actually have been getting into doing analysis on cryptos to start sending those out. And I haven't talked about that, but I did tell my VIP about it. But I've been trying to think about if I should like create a different group for just cryptos, or also incorporate that with my VIP. I don't know. I might just send a poll out to my VIP and let them decide. I'm all about my community, and like I'll ask them. So whatever they would like to do, because I'm not doing it for myself really. So it's for you guys. Like, so we'll see. But for you guys that nice, Kingsley made an easy $150. Thanks. I got you. Nice. Let's go to Trading Nuts stream and ask or answer some questions in there. After how many pips in profits will you put your stop to break even? Jay Patel. So I do it at TP1. TP1 is my 1-to-1. So if you notice here on the screen, about 12.7 pips was my risk that I was risking. So my TP1 was about 12.7 pips here. And once it hit that price point, I close partials and I adjust my stops to break even. Now, a lot of people ask follow-up questions where they're like, okay, so how much partials do you close? And understand that is unique to your account and where you are. For example, how I would do it. If this is my first trade of the week and I haven't made any profits this week, because I like to withdraw every week. I like to pay myself every week. So if I haven't made any profits that week and it is my first trade, I might close 80 to 90%, right? I like to take my money when I have it. Now, if this is, Wednesday or Thursday and I'm already in some nice wins, I have some nice profit, maybe I only close 20% and adjust stops to break even. Maybe I don't even take partials and I just adjust my stop loss to break even and ride the gamble to let it go up because I am already profitable for the week. So I give you those type of scenarios because I want you to understand that decision is going to be up to you, right? You're going to have to figure that out for your account, like where you are in the week for trading, right? So hopefully that answers that. Do you know Forex trading? I would sure hope so. I think I do. I just showcased that hopefully on the screen for you guys. I know enough to put trades on and put EAs on, etc. I'm up $100. Nice, nice, nice. Which risk reward ratio you use? My trades, when I do this type of strategy, it is not based on I won't take trades if it's not at least 1 to 3 risk reward, or 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. I know many traders focus on that. I don't focus on that. I focus more on, can I get to 1 to 1 to be able to secure some profits? That 1 to 1 could be, it depends on what my stop would be. My stop is always going to be below the previous wick, right? So in this case, this candle, the previous candle's wick is right here, and that's where I put my stop. Putting my stops there shows me I'm risking about 12.7 pips. So that means my TP1 will be at 12.7. Even though my initial target level was higher than that, I moved it down to 12.7 for a 1 to 1 risk to reward, being able to secure some money, then adjusting and removing my risk by adjusting my stop loss to break even, and having a runner, right? So the runner could potentially earn me extra if it continues to the upside. But if it comes back down to the entry level, it will stop me out and I'll lose nothing and just gain a small profit. What I want you guys to understand is you should be focused on one of 4 outcomes, right? Which is, you win big, you lose small, you break even, or you win small. But you never want to lose big, right? So whatever controls you have to put in place to mitigate that, that's how you should be developing your strategy. For me, I've done it this way because I know 80 to 90% of the time I will get to that first target level before it comes to stop. And if I can accomplish that, that's all I need to know, right? Some of you guys are trading and you'll hit your first target level and will never adjust your stops to break even, and you'll see your trade go into profit and then see it come and hit your stop. Like if you see your trade in profits and you're still losing money, understand that everything that you're doing technically is correct, but you're not putting those additional controls in place to make sure you're securing profits. I just don't believe someone should lose any money if they ever see their trade go into profits. And I know there's going to be a lot of you guys, because I used to be like that. Like I would see my trades be in profits and never, like, I would have more losses than wins, right? So it would be frustrating. And we're actually about to come back and break even. Yeah, so broke even on this on the runner. I'm out on this. But this thing went up about, what is that, 20 pips? And like I said at the beginning of the stream, guys, I'm shooting for 15, 20 pips. There was your 20 pip move right there. We hit TP1, 1 to 1, went all the way up to 20 pips. You could have taken your money, taken your trade, jumped out if you wanted to. But at the bare minimum, you should have closed partials and adjusted your stops to break even. And that was a win. That was a win. If you're still in, I mean, that's up to you if you want to still be in there. I'm not in because it just stopped me out at break even. My runner. I'm just going to delete these alerts just because I'm no longer in this trade. And yeah, that was our win for the day. I'm going to stay on here with you guys. I have about 2 hours and 15 minutes left. And, if I see something worth taking, I will take it. I'm not going to force anything because technically today's a win. We're already profitable. We won yesterday. We won today. And it's looking lovely. All right. Let's answer some more questions here from Trading Nut, Trading Nut's channel, Trading Nut's guest. Let's see here. Do you think there will be another move for London? There could be. There could be. It could come back and do a small retest on the smaller levels. But don't try to chase a trade. Don't try to force a trade. Just be patient and watch price action, see what it does, and let it do its thing, and you react to that, right? Let's not try to predict the market here. I'm up $100. Congrats. Hello, hello. 1-to-1 and then adjust as I go. Awesome. Excuse me. Anyone knows some course for this trading thing? I will tell you guys, if you're completely new to trading, if you visit the link on the screen, linktree.ee/LordBanksFX, I do offer a free newbie mini course. And anyone that's already trading shouldn't take it, but anyone that's new and wants to learn should definitely check that out. It's going to give you the background, history, terms, get you to a point where you can actually take a trade. And maybe you can take that course, and then on my next live stream, be able to join us on the trade and take the trade with us. So that's for all the newbies, and it is a free mini course. I think there's maybe 3, 4, or 5 modules in that, and really get you acclimated to what's going on, what we're doing here, right? Anyways, I never just put orders in and walk away. That's awesome. If that's what's working for you, that is great. What I do here in this strategy is exactly the same thing. It's 4 hours. I'm here for the session. Usually, if I wasn't on the live stream, I just won there, I would have been done, and I would just walk away, and I wouldn't take any more trades. But I'll stay on here with you guys, answer some questions, and if I happen to see something, I don't mind taking it. We won yesterday, won today, so we're 2-0 right now for the week on the London lives, and I can actually risk some of that if I wanted to, but it would be cutting into my profits, right? So I don't want to take anything too risky, unless I see a really nice setup. Let's see here. Do you call trades in VIP? I do send out trade ideas in there, and in the VIP, I don't want you guys to think about it as a signal room, because it's not really a signal. It's much more than that. But I do send trade ideas in there with entries and exits and target levels. And they're getting the trades that I'm trading throughout the day. These trades that I do on the live session for London, I don't send out to my VIP, because scalping is way too hard to send that out in Telegram. So usually in Telegram, they'll get my intraday and swings, and they'll get my New York, my indices, and the discussion is on in there, so you can ask questions. If you have questions with a setup, usually I'll send out a trade idea, and then I'll send out the chart with it, and people will ask questions about it, and I'll answer, and we'll move from there. Is your strategy purely based on price action alone? My analysis is based on price action. The strategy is really more about leveraging volume, pre-market and market open volume. So that is that. How many pips did you win on the trade? I think I closed partials at 15 pips, and I closed 80%. So I had a 20% runner that closed at break even. And this is why it's so important to trade this way, at least for me, guys, because look at this. If I wouldn't have taken partials and gambled and left my initial risk, look what's happening. I would be in drawdown right now, about 6-7 pips, halfway to my stop loss. You see that? Now, it could completely turn back around and keep going. But just look at what the price action is telling us. We have the, oh, sorry, TikTok. I keep like messing it up for you guys. You guys can't see the screen. But anyways, Jesus, you guys are going crazy on my Telegram. Oh my gosh. Chill out. How do I turn off? Oh my gosh. I wish I could. I'll figure it out later. Anyways, what was I talking about? So the reason, I take partials here and secure those profits and adjust my stops is because of this. And look at this price action. We have the initial reaction to the news, huge pop up, pull back down. This is a wick. So what does that tell us? It tells us this body right here, this is buyers in the market coming into the market. Buyers came all the way up here and sellers rejected them, pushing them back down. We have another one where buyers are in the market, came all the way up here and then pushed back down by sellers, right? Same thing over here. We have buyers came all the way up here and then pushed back down. So we're having multiple candles here where sellers are saying no. They are telling us we don't want you guys to be in control. We want this to move down further, right? We have the control being pushed down by the sellers. Now look at this candle. We have about 6.5 minutes left. If this candle closes bearish engulfing, where it is breaking, it broke the low of this one. It's tested the low of the previous, the last two candles, right? So the last candle, it broke it, the low. The candle before that, it's already testing that low. If it engulfs both these candles, 3 of these candles, like we're going to come and test this level down here, this level of support, right? And if we look at it on a higher time frame, where's my, I don't want to show you guys the ones that I sent out for my learn and earn. So I'll just do the education one. GJ, and this was analysis that I had done on Sunday, right? So if we look at the 4 hour here and we look at this level here, you see the pressure here on the 4 hour of where this level gets rejected, this level gets rejected, this level gets rejected, and we continue to move down from this level. Now we're here again where it's pushed down now even lower. It's in this area. For me, it makes more sense to see this as being kept out in this area, finding that rejection, finding the area where it wants to then push back down, especially after we've had this massive push to the upside in the anticipation of the news that was reported earlier today, and now only correcting that move. So maybe in New York, we'll begin to see this thing really move down. You see, and if you would have stayed in this thing, look at that. Your stops would have been hit. And honestly, guys, like doing this strategy, you saw how long this took. This was 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, we made our money and we jumped out and we're good to go. We're done for the day, right? I mean, we can be done for the day. You can keep trading if you want, depending on what your trading plan dictates, but that's going to be on you guys. Like I said, I can take an additional trade if I want to. I would only take an additional trade if it's a super, super nice setup. And then I would look at it like that. Look at this thing. This was the bearish engulfing one that I was talking about. You would have made money there too. The only reason I didn't take that was because, remember, I said it's in this range and then we have no candle to the downside. But this still is within this range, so hasn't executed just yet. We do have about 2 hours left on the stream here, so I'll continue to monitor price here and see how things are playing out and see if there's an additional setup. I will definitely call it out and let you guys know if I jump into a trade. But let's continue with some questions here. Let's see here. Max Out J says, can you explain the grounds for the last trade? Sorry, late to stream. It was just strictly based on psychological level 750. No, guys. So it's based on price action for this GJ. If you look at, so I do top-down analysis. What you missed was the top-down analysis, monthly, weekly, daily. I mark up this purple zone that you see here. This purple zone is marked up on the 4 hour, and then on the 1 hour, I refine it. And it's essentially it's key levels, support, resistance, supply and demand, areas of interest, areas where there's multiple price reaction. Okay. So I determined from where the current price was, it was in that zone currently where you see to the left multiple times having price reaction. And then the bottom part was down here, the bottom zone. So after marking that up, I come down to the 1 hour and I identify from where current price was at. I start at midnight, right? So I started right here. When I jumped on, price was right here where my cursor is at. When I jumped on, it was right here. And then I look at the left and I see we've been ranging, which about 90% of the time when I jump on for London session, it will range during Asian. During Asian session, it will usually consolidate like this after the move that it made over here, which this move right here was during, this was actually going into Asian, ending New York, going into Asian, because New York session yesterday, well, actually, no, it was New York session, right? Yeah, so New York session started right here yesterday, which is 7 a.m. Yeah, New York session was right here, and this was the pump up, boom, right? So if I was to block this off so you guys can see, oh shit. Sorry about that. I just want to show you guys a couple things here so you guys can understand a couple of different things here. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this was New York session. See the push up? This could have been for the anticipation of the London news. New York closed right here. There's the push up, pull back. Then we have this ranging here for the Asian session. And now we're starting the London session, right? Which is at 2 a.m. right now. It is 8 a.m. Literally the open of London is happening right now. The trade that we traded was pre-market, pre-London open, right? Our opportunity came in pre-London. So now we'll have right here till, what is it, like 11 a.m.? Well, that's 10 a.m. Central. So this will be the London session, whatever transpires here, right? So we have New York, Asian pre-market where we got our win, and here is the Asian, this is the London session. And then after London session, we'll have New York and then so forth and so forth. But anyways, I just wanted to show you block off so you can see the movement, because when you just look at the entire price, it's hard to understand. Like, you want to be methodical with this and break this down to this level. Like, know that this area here was a result of the New York session. What did it do? It completely pushed up, right? Then we had the Asian in between, and here's London, right? The start of London, and London goes to 11 a.m. But our New York session, it overlaps, right? So our New York session will be right here. Oh shit! Why does it do that? Our New York session will be right here till what was it? 16. Yeah. 16, and I'll change the color of this to orange. Right. So here is London and overlap with New York, and you'll see volatility happen here too, right? For me, the best sessions that I like to trade is London and New York. Usually outside of that, I'm just waiting for swings to set up to get to a a point where, oh man, that person just showed up over here in trading nut. I don't know how do you block user. Okay. Anyways, I hope that made sense, Max Out J. And when I enter these levels for the breakout range, it's based on price action, where I started analyzing the chart and seeing that this was the top and this was the bottom, and from that bottom we have nice price action to the downside, and from this top we had some nice, looking to the left, right, we have some nice price action to the upside. That was what helped me make my determination of where to put the prices of the breaking out. And yeah, hopefully that answers that. Congrats on the trade. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Do you use 220 SMA? I do not use any indicators, guys. Straight price action. I am the indicator. Oh, okay. Cool. I think I answered quite a bit of questions there for the Trading Nut people. And let me go to my stream comments and see what you guys have to say. Lamar Jackson, you should create a separate group for that, over the crypto thing. Am I too late? I didn't hear my notifications. Yeah, you are, but we already took our win, and it came back and closed at break even. So right now, just monitoring. And I'm going to turn this notification on. I don't know why it's still on. Just watching now to see how price action, moves about. If maybe if we can create a level of support with some nice price action to the left-hand side, I'll consider taking an additional trade. Or if gold sets up and breaks out of the areas that I'm focused on, we might have set up in there as well. Otherwise, just answering questions at this time. We have about 2 hours left on the stream, so I will be here to answer any questions, and be patient looking at the charts if there's an additional setup. For those that are in my VIP, if you look at the chart that I sent you guys and see how it is respecting those levels that I marked up in the swing that I sent out, you can begin to see that it was an impulse move related to the news, with a wick, to the upside and no wick to the downside on the hourly, and seeing that rejection beginning to fall back down. So we capitalized here in the London session on the push up, being able to hedge that position and take some profits from that. And now our actual setup will be coming into profit here shortly. I'm not going to pull that up on the screen because I think it's kind of unfair if I'm sharing the VIP trades that, you know, VIP pays for VIP. So, yeah, no. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Anyways, let's go to the chat here, answer some questions. I will buy your boot camp right now if you tell me what it is. What the boot camp is? The boot camp is going over advanced techniques, hedging techniques, scaling techniques, and techniques to pass challenge accounts, and the advanced psychology, like trading psychology, and the main thing is it's going to be like a crash course of creating the foundation that you need to then build or add these building blocks to your repertoire, right? Because there's so many different things you can do. Like when I come on these live streams and I trade live, I'm just doing one way of trading, but understand there's so many different methods, so many different strategies, so many different things to take into account, right? I like to do just this because this is one of the most simplest, but yet one of the most effective trading strategies and methodologies to be able to be consistent and profitable. And before you jump into trying to be a swing trader, trying to use other indicators, try to trade different pairs, and have trade indices, trade commodities, trade currencies, you need to figure out master one. And I don't even want to say master, because at the end of the day, you're always going to be a student of the game, but getting to a point where you have one that is consistent and profitable. Because trust me, when you're consistent and profitable with one, and you're making money consistently and being able to pay yourself consistently with that, then you can explore other pairs, see how it moves, see what it reacts to, see what it respects, see what it doesn't do, all of those good things. But you can't try to juggle both if you're not consistent and profitable with one, simply because the rules and the things that you should follow for that trading strategy and that plan start leaking into those other things. And then you're like, oh wait, but this, and oh wait, but that. You can't do that. Like, that is where people start crossing their lines and get confused, lose their confidence, freeze up, not being able to execute a trade, jump in on a buy or sell, and then realizing, oh, they were right and they miss out on that. That causes so much frustration, and what that does for your emotions and your psychology is the worst, the absolute worst, and I don't recommend that. So what I would say is focus on one thing, one pair, just to get consistent and profitable. But my boot camp will teach you guys those advanced techniques that I don't do in the lives, or I don't really have anywhere else where I've put that. But I'm going to go over this in the boot camp. That's the whole reason for the boot camp, because I had a lot of people. I have a service that I offer where I'm passing challenge accounts for my members. It is a paid service. So before everyone's like, oh, do mine. It's a paid service where people pay me to pass their challenge accounts. And when I do that, there's different trades that I hadn't sent out within my VIP. And the reason for it is I'm not gatekeeping or holding out. The reason is because when I'm doing those things, it's too quickly, and I can't send those type of things out. Like I'm actively managing a trade where I'm adding hedging, scaling in positions, all of those good things. And for me, honestly, like, I don't want to send out into the VIP those things, because it's easy for someone that is just now getting on the path of being consistent and profitable to skew off that path when they get overconfident and start over leveraging and start adding multiple positions and not having an actual plan based off rules and things that, are in place to mitigate additional risk, less risk, removing risk, adding risk, offsetting positions, hedging, all of those good things. You have to learn how to do that for yourself. And there's no way I could send that out in a message in Telegram. So that's the whole reason for the boot camp. So the boot camp will be a 2-day, Saturday and Sunday, this Saturday and Sunday, live on a Zoom. It's only limited spots because I have limited spots in the Zoom, and whoever purchases and participates in the boot camp, if you can't make the Zoom, don't worry, because it will be recorded and available to you guys 48 hours after. I'm not going to sell the recording after, so if you don't join the boot camp, you won't have access to it. Only the people that purchase the boot camp will have access to the recording. So that is that. I will say, if you're thinking about purchasing the boot camp, I do still have the promo pack that is available, which includes access to the boot camp. And I'm only mentioning this, not trying to plug the promo pack, but I'm 100% sure that people are going to buy the boot camp and then reach out to me and be like, oh, I didn't know you had that promo. Can I upgrade to this? Blah, 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 blah. So the promo includes my phase 1 and phase 2 of the course, a trading course, 1 hour one-on-one with me, lifetime VIP access, and of course the 2-day boot camp. And there's only a few spots left on that. That is for $475. So, I mean, it's $475 alone is not even the course. 1 hour with me for one-on-ones, I charge $1,500. So, and I only did that because, shout out to Trading Nut, because of the interview we did, and a lot of people didn't know me, came over from Trading Nut, and I just wanted to show my appreciation and get people involved in how I do things. So I sent that promo out, and if you're looking for the link to that promo, it is in this link here on the screen. You can click on that. It should be the first link in that, which says LB package promo. And yeah, hopefully that answers that. So just watching price right here, still being patient, we already took our trade, took our profits, broke even with the runner. So just kind of watching price do its thing, because we are officially in the London session. Our trade, you see how our trade came literally in pre-market, and a lot of people, it's crazy because a lot of people downplay or write off pre-market movement. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you guys, like, I would say anywhere from 40 to 60% of my trades on my lives and London session and wins are coming in pre-market. Like you guys saw how quick that was. Like, who wants to trade all day? Like this was 15 minutes and I'm done. Like, I'm good to go. Money has been made. Now, that's why people ask me, like, how do you manage to work on all your other businesses and stuff? Like, trading 15 minutes a day. Everything else I have alerts for. So, I'll get an alert sent to my mobile app, TradingView, or on my iPad, and I'll look at the price action, and I already have a setup in mind, just waiting for price to do what I'm theorizing, right? Anyways, I got off track there because D Trill was asking about the boot camp. So I updated that. Gold dropped quite nicely, even if within that range. Yep, it did. But it's, for me, I can trade the range, but it's a specific strategy. And that strategy, I won't trade live because it's an advanced technique. I'm only trading live this strategy because it's simple and effective, right? I have like maybe 15 different strategies for different things. Some are specific to pairs, some are specific to days, some are specific to months, some are specific to phases, patterns, prices. Like there's so many things. Like once you have, trust me, once you're profitable and consistent with one, that's like automated. You just do that all the time. And then you can actually start developing more things, because you'll get excited and intrigued by the market and the way it moves, and you start looking at different things and wanting to understand different pairs and stuff, and which is fine. But like I said, I recommend figuring out how to be consistent and profitable with one first, and then move from there. But up to you guys. Like I said, I'm only here sharing my own experiences and what I'm doing. Like I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. Like at the end of the day, if you're doing what you're doing and you're profitable and consistent and making money, dude, by all means, please, brother, keep making that money. Like that's what we're all here for. We're here to be great traders. We're here to make some money. We're here just to focus on getting better, making this either a supplemental income or having it, replace your current income, or, retiring yourself. Like the things I've been able to do with this opportunity, being able to come into the market and pull money out of the market. Like, I mean, it's changed everything for me, so anyways, do what you're going to do. If whatever you're doing is working for you, keep doing that. Woke up early and made some profit with you. Have a good day, Chief. Awesome. Congratulations, brother. DeadNet, you spoke of capital protection. That has helped me today. Did 1-to-1 and break even. I would have lost 1%, but I already gained 2% for the day. Nice. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Like you realizing that without doing what I just showcased would have resulted in a loss, and we made it a win, should just solidify everything you need to know about where you are in your trading journey. What that means for you is that you can be a winner. Now, what do you have to do for that to continue? Is be disciplined enough to follow the rules, follow the strategy, follow exactly how you're supposed to execute. Be methodical. If you go back and look at any of my old lives, I do the exact same thing every single time. I don't change. I just keep doing the same thing. Top-down analysis, no indicators. I do my monthly, weekly, daily, zones on the 4-hour, refine on the 1-hour, range in the 15-minute, set up my alerts. I'm patient. I wait for it to execute, and I execute. And I'm not going to sit here and say all of them are wins. There are some losses in there, and that's okay. Be okay with that. Understand L's are part of the game, okay? You're not going to win 100%, but if you mitigate appropriately, you have appropriate risk management, and you're focused on being methodical with the strategy, following the rules, and being disciplined, you will be profitable. Okay? But congratulations, brother. I'm happy for you. Geraldo fake out on gold 30-minute. I don't trade it on the 30-minute. I trade it on the 15-minute, and it's in a massive range right now. So I have alerts if it breaks out of that range, and I haven't got the alert on the screen. So not going to even look at that, to be honest. Chris says 3 a.m. is going to fall. Yeah, it could. I don't know what time zone you're in, but it's 2:21 a.m. Central Standard Time. And, it's still pushing up just a bit there. And I'm not concerned with our swing trade for VIP. Still within parameters. Price action is fine. It's expected. I'm just going to keep watching, keep monitoring price, see what happens. John Karanja, please give advice on Euro USD. Oh shit, on Euro USD. I'll look at some additional charts here in a second. Fake out on gold 1 hour. I don't trade on the 1 hour. Don't trade Euro USD right now. Wait for it to go above the opening price at 12 a.m. and look for sells. Yeah, I don't know. Just my opinion. Is a sell idea for GJ still valid? No, bro. We already made our profit and our runner broke even. Banks, I caught 200 pips on GJ yesterday. Buy from Tokyo time. Nice. Congratulations, brother. What is buy stop limit and sell stop limit? So the buy stops, buy limits, and sell stops and sell limits, those are pending orders. So what we did today was market execution. What that means is that when I said I'm entering into the trade, I entered into the trade. If you are using pending orders, depending if you're looking for a buy, right? And the price is currently below the price you want to buy at, that is a buy limit, right? Like, so you would be entering at that price to continue buying. A buy stop would be if I'm going to place a pending order below where the current price is to buy, meaning that I want price to come down to that price, then trigger a buy, and I expect it to then continue back to the upside. Now, for a sell, it's the same concept. They're pending, but you'll have, if the price is above and you're doing a sell above to price come up to that and then turn around, that's going to be a sell stop. If the sell is below and it's a pending order, you want price to come back down and have a sell stop to continue to the downside, right? So all that means the buy limit and buy stops, sell limits and sell stops are pending orders. Basically, you're going to enter in what price you want the trade to execute, to jump into, right? What is your win rate, Banks? Well, I'll tell you, for this week, I am 2-0. I didn't trade live last week. I only traded in VIP, and in VIP we were at 2-1, 2 wins, 1 loss, and 2 break evens. Where the break evens, they didn't hit TP1. I only consider it a win if I hit TP1, because at TP1 I'm taking partials and adjusting stops to break even. If the trade doesn't hit TP1 and comes and down to break even, then it's a break even. And usually I will only move it to break even if it came close to TP1, I didn't take partials, and I need to protect my capital, or I don't like the way price action is moving, and I'll move my stops to break even. So it was 2 wins, 1 loss, and 2 break evens. But for this week, we're looking at this week, I'm at 100% win rate right now, which, like I said, I don't want to advertise that, because that's not reality. Okay, it's 100% right now, but it's just this week. I've had losses this month already. Like I said, last week I had a loss for my VIP. In my VIP, I won 1. I've only sent out 2 trades to VIP this week. I only trade Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the first trade hit TP1 and then break even. And right now we're currently in an active swing trade that is in drawdown, but hasn't hit stop, and it has not hit TP1. So right now I'm just 1-0 on VIP and 2-0 on London live sessions. I count them separately just because I have separate accounts. So I don't count them together, I guess you could say. Anyways, but I mean, you can do the math from there for what you want to do. Are you in a buy? No, I'm not in a buy. I already made my money. I'm just watching price action, seeing what is developing here. It looks like it is pushing up to the upside. If we break this right here, this high, we might just go all the way up to this next level, which would be interesting. All right. Yeah, I think there's only 4 spots left for the promo package with the course and the boot camp and the VIP lifetime and the one-on-one. Yeah, so there's like 4 or 5 spots left. Whenever the spots fill up, the link won't work anymore. So you don't have to ask me. I'm sold. You're the man. Bootcamp purchase. Let's go. Awesome. See you there, brother. Watch for that GJ drop. Never mind. 162830 sell. 162895 sell. In my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I don't focus on price point numbers. Understand, like, at the same time, there's going to be variances with brokers in the price for spreads and whatever liquidity provider they're using. There could be small variances in the actual price and the numbers. So let's see here. Oh, sorry guys, I'm trying to go through the comments here. Yeah, there you go, Frederick. We react to price and not predict. Exactly. How much for passing the challenges? The info is in the link. If you go to the free Telegram, in the free Telegram, there is a pricing like menu. I'm not going to go over all that right now because it depends on what account size you use and all that good stuff. So if you're looking for that, that is in there. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and pin it. Oh, well, no, actually, I have the free private group pin, so I'll just send it out. Send it out for you guys so you guys can see. If you're looking to sign up for that, it's in there. And let's see here. Keep watching. Should take out that high at 162.88. Yeah, I mean, that definitely did. Definitely did it. It's pushed up. But even this, like, I mean, right here, it's obviously pushing up. But you see, this was the last high. That's what I would be paying attention to for it breaking, and it's, although it's close, it hasn't broke it just yet. So could fall in a couple of minutes, but waiting for that level to be taken out before looking for a sell. 162.750. Yeah, it could be around that level. I would probably think about 163.150. Took UJ on 15-minute 30 pip profit now. Any reason why you took a GJ and not UJ? I don't usually trade UJ. In the London Lives, I focus on GJ and gold. So, I don't really trade that. So, I still believe it'll fall. Possible during New York, though. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, pretty much just been learning from ICT this past year. Yeah, I don't know what SMC Trader or ICT is. Sorry. I'm a little old school and keep it simple and try not to overcomplicate things. Things via SMC Trader and EMA, etc. But now I only trade breakouts. Last week took 15 gold wins. Nice. Congratulations, brother. I just purchased your promo pack. Really looking forward to the boot camp on the weekend. Yes, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the fam, brother. Welcome, welcome to the Banks fam. I can say 1,000% better just focusing on breakouts at market opens. It's just easier, man, right? Like it's simple and it's quick, and you're not like, I remember when I started trading and I would spend like all day looking at the chart. I would go get breakfast and I had it on my phone looking at the chart. I would go and sorry, TikTok can't see. I keep forgetting about you guys, but I know you guys are still in here. I would go, out to run an errand and I have my phone in my hand looking at the chart. I would go take a shit and have the phone in my hand. Like I couldn't, like it was exhausting. And like, I don't recommend doing that. Like if you're doing that right now, like that is not the right way to approach this. I know a lot of people talk about, I spent 1,000 hours on the charts and that's what's made me good. And although that there's truth in that, that doesn't mean those 1,000 hours were consecutive. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be consecutive. You should block out a time where you say you trade. And part of my course is where I talk about like developing your trading plan. Most people are just like, oh, I'm gonna look at this pair. I'm gonna look at these pairs and look at a level and buy or sell based on this and this indicator. But in your trading plan, it should also dictate when you're trading, like how long you're trading for, right? Like when I come on here, you guys were asking, oh, how long? I'm here till 4 a.m., right? Because that is my blocked up. That's my trading plan. Part of my strategy is that I'm only trading that time frame, and we'll even have times where we're trading that time frame and we don't get a setup. A setup doesn't execute, doesn't trigger. If it's 4 a.m. and we didn't get a setup trigger, it's a no trade day. But for me, no trade days, I still consider a win, because you understand the amount of discipline that you have to develop to be able to say, you know what, I'm not going to trade if it doesn't meet my rules, my setups, my what I'm anticipating, right? A lot of people are overzealous and they're like, they can't help themselves. They want to take a trade no matter what, right? And you'll end up forcing a trade. You'll end up forcing analysis. You'll end up trading with emotion because you want to take a trade, whether it's because you need to make money, rent's coming up, all that good stuff. That's another thing that I talk about and that I'm going to be teaching within my boot camp is the psychology portion of that. If you're approaching the market and the charts in your trading time and you're acting from a position of desperation, which a lot of people do, and this is why only 10% of traders are actually profitable, maybe even less than that. Because the thing is that people come into this industry because they see it as an easy way to make a lot of money, and that's not true. They come into it with their last few dollars and I need to flip this, I need to make it big. And what does that do? Your emotions are acting out of desperation. You need this. Like you need that money. You can't lose. And you have to, and most of the time you guys want to trade with $100 and become a millionaire yesterday. And 90% of the time you will blow that, you will lose. Because emotionally, if you're coming from a place of desperation because you need it, your analysis is going to be off. You're going to see something that's not actually there. You're going to have FOMO. You're going to jump into trades too early. You're not going to wait for your rules to execute. That will cause losses. You're going to chase trades when volume pumps up. And like we saw with this candle in the news, just imagine if I didn't have the discipline to hold myself out, seeing this move up, knowing I have a breakout here with levels targeting here. If I would have jumped into this up here at the top, it would have pulled all the way back. And I could have probably been in drawdown or hit stop, right? But I was patient. It wasn't that candle. It was the next one, right? So I think that, when you're focused on being disciplined, following your rules, following your trading plan, following what hours you're supposed to be trading, sticking to your strategy, all that good stuff. All of those little things are what combined together, is what provides your success, what will start changing the game for you, right? And I mean, I hope you guys are, taking this information and running with it, because these things that I'm talking about right now is what most people don't talk about, and which is super, super, super undervalued and underestimated, because it all starts with the mind. If you don't, like, I wake up to come and trade this session, and I come into this expecting to win. I don't come into this like, oh man, I hope I have a good day. I hope. No, I set my intention the moment I wake up that I'm a great trader, that I'm a winner, and I'm coming into the market to do exactly what I set out to do. Follow my strategy, follow my rules, be disciplined, and make money, right? So I think that, like I said, super undervalued, super underestimated psychology, and the way, your mind, the role it plays when it comes to trading. So hopefully you guys can take this stream and take those little bits of nuggets and improve your own trading, your own style, your own process, right? Let's see here. Let me continue here with some questions. Where were we? Oh, I already answered that. Dang, nice, man. Is it anything how you were used to trading? I don't know what you're talking about. I can say 1,000% better just focusing on breakouts. Yeah, I pulled 35% last month on my funded account. When I traded SMC, I blew them. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I never tried trading breakouts. Yeah, so the strategy I use for the London live sessions is breakout. Now, I'll tell you this, guys. There's I'm sure there's other people that trade breakouts, or they're like, oh, I trade breakout strategy, whatever. But I trade it this way. Like, there can be multiple different variations of a breakout strategy, right? Some people don't wait for the candle to close. Some people focus on quarter point theory. Some people focus on the wicks. Some people focus on, other support and resistance on the 5 minute. Like, it could be many different things. Some people use indicators like SMAs or EMAs or just MAs to kind of help them, guide them, and find entries or whatnot. So there's many different ways people do that. So breakouts is not exclusive to me. It's just this way of doing breakout is what I've done and how I've done it on this live. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's see here. That is truth, Banks. I used to sit in front of my PC all day. Now I just trade Asia, breakout in London, then ride motocross all day. Yeah, nice. Awesome, brother. That is the whole reason behind getting into trading, right? Like, being able to have your time to do what you want to do, right? Can I took a buy on GJ? I mean, I would not be entering a trade rate. Like, based on what? Like, just because you see this candle that pushed up and this candle pushed up, like, you should have a whole setup before you think about taking trades, a reason why, not just asking, can I take this? Can I buy or sell? You're being lazy. There's no effort in that. Come on, like, you got to I mean, give me a price point and tell me what you're looking at, and maybe I can give you some feedback. But otherwise, I don't know what to tell you. Thank you. First time here. You have a new follower. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Thanks for following. Thanks for joining the stream and becoming part of the familia, part of the Banks fam. Can we send charts? You trade like Daniel Savage. I don't know if I trade like Daniel Savage. I'm pretty sure he uses indicators. Can we send charts yet? You can send the chart in here, but only don't send the whole link. You should only send, like, for example, if you're looking at this, click on your click on the camera and then click on open image and new tab, and then just copy what comes after the .com, and then send out, or in the comments you can paste that in there like that, like I just pasted, and then you can send that, and I can pull it up in here. But I'm going to pull it up on a separate screen before I pull it up on the live, because last time I did that, some of you guys wanted to be funny and send inappropriate drawings on those. Look at GJ. She is pushing. She is pushing. Anyways, you and GJ, I'm not. I already took my profits with that. Yeah, so I'm not. Look, I'm not here to judge any other traders, talk about any other traders or styles, or whether or not they're good or bad or whatever. Like, if you want to have that conversation, like you can go have that conversation with them. I'm not gonna discuss that in here, because I'm not here to criticize or evaluate other traders. I'm just here to trade, man. And if you guys want to check out my trading, you can check it out. And if you want to go with Savage, go with Savage. Like, it doesn't make a difference for me. But anyway, oh my gosh. This thing is just moving like crazy. Anyways, let me see some comments here with Trading Nut. I was on mine, so now let me look at Trading Nut and answer some questions. Nah, man, really appreciate what you're doing as an educator. I try to do what I can, and I'm happy to help, and I'm excited to be part of this community. I just feel like I witnessed a lot of things that I felt were wrong, or gave the community a wrong, like tainting the community, and not to say like, oh, I'm here to, be the best person in this community. I wanted to see something different, and really it all started because I was bored, and then everything that I have and I offer is because people asked this of me. When I was just doing in the Telegram and the Discord, people wanted me to do live sessions, and in the live sessions, people were asking for more education and in a sense of a course, and I did that. And everything that I offer is because at some point you guys wanted that from me. So really shout out to you guys, because if it wasn't for you guys, I would just still be trading alone in my office, listening to music, bored out of my mind. Buy GJ now, you think? No, I wouldn't buy it right now. Sorry, sir. Is it SMC ICT? No, I don't know what SMC or ICT is, guys. I don't know what that is. Like, you guys keep asking me that. Um, let's see. Answering question here. Buzzbear. In your boot camp, do you go over hedging? Yes, I will be going over hedging. Hedging is part of the advanced techniques that I will be discussing and talking about. So, let's see here. Ignore them. 1 minute 163 cross. What? I don't know what that is. Let's go, Lord Banks. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love, guys. Appreciate the support. The guidance you're giving us, what is it? Pugsley Lovejoy. The guidance you're giving us is invaluable. Thank you for sharing. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Darian Allen, what's your take on one-to-one risk reward? I was taught anything less than 1 to 2 is not worth trading. Understand this, guys. So you if you were here from the beginning of the stream, I took partials at 1-to-1 and adjusted my stops to break even at 1-to-1. Okay. The people that talk about anything less than 1 to 2 is not worth trading. You have to be minimum 1 to 3. Understand that is valid for their strategy. Their strategy is more than likely leveraging the risk to reward angle of things. The probability that they're leveraging is that they will win enough at the 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12 risk to reward to offset the losses. Okay. But those people often will have a lower win rate. Okay. So the people that are focused on leveraging the probability based on a higher risk to reward are people that more than likely will have a lower win rate. They may only win 20, 30% of the time because those 2, 3 trades that they win out of 10 trades, let's say out of 10 trades, they lose 7 to 8 of them. Okay. But the 2 to 3 that they win, because they're at 3, 4, 5 risk to reward, it makes up for the loss and creates the profit, right? I don't trade like that. I'm not focused on angling and my approach to the market is not focused on the probability of I'm going to lose more than I win. The probability that I'm angled on and the perspective that I'm angled on is that I will win 60 to 80% of the time, right? Well, really more like 40 to 80% of the time, right? Because for me, my win comes at TP1. At TP1, I'm taking partials. I'm adjusting my stops to break even. I've secured profit. So my win rate is a lot higher than most, but I'm not taking 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 10 risk to reward. Now, not to say that I don't have trades like that, because part of my swing strategy, I do. And those I send out in my VIP. But what you see here in the live, I'm taking 1-to-1. I made money, but I can win about 7 to 8 out of 10 trades doing this strategy and having a small win, then rather than, oh, I'm lost percent, and I only win 3 to 4, but those 3 to 4 are higher risk to rewards, and more than likely those higher risk to rewards are longer term trades where they're intraday or swing trades because of the amount of movement it requires, right? And there's no right or wrong to this, guys. There's so many ways to slice this pie, right? If you are better, if you as a person, your personality is more like susceptible to be in a groove that you're okay holding a trade long term or extended amount of time and are okay seeing it in drawdown, then you can be a swing trader, right? You can look for those 1 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've seen some that are 1 to 20, 1 to 12, whatever. That can work for you. Now, if you don't like to see drawdown, if you don't like to be in a trade for a long time, then maybe scalping is for you. right? So like I said, there's many different ways to slice that pie. And, just because someone told you anything less than 1 to 2 is not worth trading doesn't mean that that style is right for you. It may not be worth trading for that person's style, the way they are trading. Understand this: trading is a blank canvas. You come up with the rules. It's your responsibility to figure out the parameters, figure out your strategy, and be disciplined enough to follow your rules, right? So that's what I'll say to that, Darian. You have a new follower. What? Edgar, you have a new follower here as well. Awesome. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Let's see here. Dylan Thomas Prowse, I just want to say thank you for the advice. I'm really inspired by you. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining. Dylan, what book did you say that you read to do with psychology? Okay, so the book that I recommend, and really it's the only book that I recommend in my journey. I've only read 2 books, and the first book was Naked Forex by Walter Peters. And really, I mean, it's only a couple of sections within that book that I would recommend, but it got me on the path of understanding price action, right? Understanding, naked charts, right? So that's the first book. The second book, super, 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 like, I highly recommend. I've read it about 10 times and maybe listened to it about another 20 times. Okay. I have it on audio. The book is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Okay. And I'm going to tell you ahead of time, like, the book itself has nothing to do with trading, like the technical side of what you're doing and actually trading itself. Okay. It has everything to do with your mind and the way you view and approach the markets mentally from a mindset perspective. Super, super good book for psychology. So if you've never thought about how psychology is incorporated into trading and you just focus on the technical side of things of where you see price and what it should be doing, and you're just stuck in that world, then read this book. Highly recommend. Let's see here. Max out J, that's what happened on GJ 163.0 is a psych level. Yep. That's another example of trading psychology. Let's see here. Red Scar Silva, how to change my volume size, which mental behavior I need. My system works, but I use small volume. When I decide to raise the volume to the start until the finishing, my mind is locked in that trade. Your lot sizing shouldn't be something you're processing with emotion. Your lot sizing should be directly relevant to your risk management. What is your percentage that you are losing? By de facto, if you are scaling the account, if you're risking 1%, 1% of $1,000 account and 1% of $100,000 account is completely different. Your lot size will gradually increase over time when you're scaling and you're being disciplined to follow your risk management, being disciplined and being consistent to do so, right? Let's see here. Pugsley Lovejoy, how do you decide how many pips to set your initial stop so you are not getting stopped out? I set my stops to the previous, for this strategy, under the previous wick, if I'm buying, and above the previous wick if I'm selling. So, like, for example, I entered this trade here, right? And I put my stops below this previous candle on the 15-minute chart, previous candle below that wick, right? So if I would have entered here, my stops would be below here, right? Because I'm waiting for this candle. It closed. I enter here. I would put my stops below there, right? And my 1-to-1 is always going to be measured based on what was my risk. So if I'm risking 20 pips, my take profit one is 1-to-1. Now if my first target level that I've marked up is less than 1-to-1, then I more than likely won't take that trade unless I see price action showing me that it's doing a pullback to where then I can enter it on the pullback. But that is also an advanced technique, and I don't like to do it on the lives because it doesn't help people. It especially if you're not aware of how to execute those advanced techniques. Also something that I will be going over in my boot camp this weekend. Are you still in this trade? No, I'm not. Let's see here. Dylan Thomas Prowse, how do I become a VIP or member to Lord Banks? If you go to the link on the screen, guys, you will find access to all of the products and services that I offer. Within that link as well, you will find the link to my Discord, which is absolutely free. You will find access to a newbie mini course, which is absolutely free. You will find access to my Telegram, free Telegram, which is free. And there are some services there that are available, which are paid services for the VIP or the package promo or just the boot camp if you want that. That's available in the links. So just go visit the link on the screen, the linktree.ee/LordBanksFX, and it will take you to all of the available options. Okay. Moon Gang says, well said, man. Appreciate it. Jay, hi. Which are the best session to trade? That is a very subjective question. It's going to depend on you, right? I don't know where you are in the world. I don't know what your schedule looks like. I don't know what your risk appetite looks like. I don't know what pairs you're looking at. I don't know what your situation is. So I can't answer which session is the best to trade because it doesn't matter. You need to, part of your trading plan should dictate which session is best for you. And I wouldn't try to trade a session based off of everybody says this is the best session to trade. I would trade a session based off of when can you set that time aside to trade. And I say that because I know most of you guys are probably not full-time traders, right? So most of you, like if you're in the US, New York session, most of you guys are at jobs, right? If you're in London, most of you guys are at jobs right now. You know what I'm saying? So like figure that out for you, what works best for you, what your schedule looks like for you, and then build around that. Okay. Great live. Thank you. Appreciate it. Much love. Can you give us a step-by-step breakdown of your strategy? Apex or Apex 96. If you go look at my past lives, when I start the lives, I do top-down analysis. Like you see the breakdown. Just keep watching those. And every single live, it's the same strategy. So if you want repetition, you want to learn the strategy, you can definitely check that out. I do have it on my in the course that I have. I offer that like a different type of breakdown, but just go look at the lives and you'll be able to pick it up. You're a great salesman. Thanks, man. I'm not trying to sell anything. What setup you use on your daily trading? Well, this strategy here, I do this daily, the London. For New York, I use a different strategy. I scalp US 30, and I also have like a intraday type of strategy for US 30. And let's see, Javane, the greatest, enjoying the live. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Buzzberry. In your boot camps, do you go over hedging? This is going to be my first boot camp, guys, this weekend. But yes, I will be going over hedging, which is an advanced technique, which will be part of the boot camp. I don't really want to keep talking about those. Let's talk about, if you have questions over services and stuff, DM me on Instagram, because I'm not trying to use this time to promote anything. I'm Trading Nuts guest, and we took a trade, we won, we did awesome, and I just want to I'll answer trading questions and stuff. So like I said, the link is on the screen for anything you want to access. Including my Instagram is linked in there at the bottom. And if you have questions on services and whatnot, you guys can DM me. Anyways, I'm going to look at now. We have about an hour or 58 minutes left on the live stream here. Let me look at gold real quick. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Remember when I was telling you guys this bearish engulfing? If you would have taken that sell, put your stops above the previous wick, right now you'd be about 63 pips in profit, about a 1 to 2 risk to reward right there. Pretty nice setup, pretty nice trade, but it was within this range, so I didn't want to do that. Anyways, we have still, this would still be valid if it pushes below here, breaking to the downside, and above this, breaking to the upside. So we can continue to monitor this and see what it does. I'll leave it right here because GJ, we kind of already took the move on that, and I'm not I'm not gonna the volume in there. I needed to come and start establishing some levels of support so I can make it kind of determination, and this setup is still valid, so I'm waiting on that. But let's go ahead and jump into my chat here. Lord Beasy, just came across your page. You trade a lot like I do, and I'm glad I found you because you have shown me that I'm on the right path and a new life is approaching. Thank you, brother. You're most welcome. Most welcome. Okay, so somebody sent a chart here. Angel. Let's see what that chart looks like. But before I do that, I'm going to make sure I look at it first separately. Okay. So it is a decent chart. It's not inappropriate. All right. So swing trade idea. He's looking at US 30. Looking at what is this based off of what time frame is this on? Oh, daily. Damn, you're on the daily. Okay. You have pattern here, low. I don't know what you're looking at here. Change of market structure, it seems like. Here was the last lower high. It's broken that. Enter to sell because US 30. Because it's overbought on daily and 4 hour. Overbought based on what? I don't know what you mean by it's overbought. On daily and 4 hour, I mean, here's the daily. Just because this has been moving up, I want to explain something real quick. The reason I'm saying that and I'm asking that is because of this. The market does not have to do anything we think it should do. The market does not care if it's overbought or oversold. The market has way more liquidity than your account balance and has no problem continuing to be overbought and oversold and hitting your stops. I do not trade anything based on, oh, it's overbought or oversold, and it has to. The market does not have to do shit, okay? And the market has enough liquidity to take your money, my money, your mama's money, everybody's money. So don't get sucked into, oh, it's been pushing up forever, it's got to come down. It's been melting forever, it's got to go up. The market ain't got to do nothing, okay? So I would not use that as part of a confirmation. Just personal experience, personal preference. If this works for you and you're winning, keep it going. Also, it rejected the 78.60. Yeah, I don't do fibs. So to me, those two confirmations that you're giving as reasons, I would write them off. I wouldn't even know. I entered off the 1 hour bearish divergence off of what? You're divergent on some kind of indicator. I don't use indicators either. So, and price came up to rest a heavy support. So it came up to rest a heavy support. I mean, support it wouldn't come up to support. It would come up to, I'm assuming you meant resistance, like maybe this zone right here you're talking about. I think you might have maybe some work to do with your confirmations. Just my humble opinion. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad or nothing, but that's just what I think about that. Gold is pushing down, but I just don't like this price action with no wick to the downside. But damn, that would have been a nice sell if we would have taken that up here. See, there's no wick to the upside there. So because there's no wick on this candle, I don't like that in the candle that's going to break, where I'm going to enter off the break of that or the close of that candle. I don't like if there's no wick to the other side, because to me, it makes me feel like it's an impulse move that will pull back initially because of the impulse. So I'm still watching that, being patient, see what it is. Frederick Pig Banks, you are the best. I appreciate it, brother. SMC is smart money concept. ICT is institutional, I believe. Yeah, I think they're just rebranding, older strategies that have been around forever. I've never seen or don't know what that is. But what's funny is that a lot of people come in talking about that in my lives and the things that I put out, and it's crazy how I've never seen or heard about that, but yet I'm doing similar things, or people will reference it. To me, it just means like it's just been a repackaged, rebranded product that someone is spewing off to sell as the new and improved thing to buy in this industry, which is why people are scared away of and believing this is something that can actually work for them. Anyways, CJ finally EU hit TP1. Nice. Congratulations. Let's hear the horns for CJ. If you're in the private LBFX member setups Telegram, it is a free Telegram where I have added only approved admins and members of my community that have proven themselves to be able to analyze charts and be consistent and profitable are sending out setups. Right now it's just CJ. So congrats to CJ on that, making that money for the family. Much appreciated. Let's see here. Pangles, please check USD CAD, sir. Can come down because I sell. Bro, if you're in a trade and you need someone else to look at the trade to give you confirmation, you probably should not have taken that trade. I'm just saying, man, that you should never take a trade that you lack that kind of confidence in. It's just not. It's not sustainable. It's not the way you're going to be consistent and profitable, man. Sorry. I also do 1-to-1, but my win rate pretty juicy. Yeah. I think one of the last times I calculated my win rate, I was like at 88% or something like that. I literally come to the stream just to hang out because I like the way you speak and the mindset. I appreciate it, brother. Good morning, new here from South Africa. Welcome, welcome. Guys, please don't spam the chat, guys. You know, I'm trying to get to the get to you guys, but if you're like spamming same thing, I'm not going to be giving you guys attention to that. Like, that's inconsiderate of the others, guys. Will you go over the US 30 scalping strategy in the boot camp? Yes, I will. I'm going to show you guys a couple of like tips and cheat codes for that to help you guys be able to do that for yourself. What pairs do you trade? On the London session, I focus on gold and GJ, but I trade currency, commodities, and indices. So, yeah. I won't trade indices during London session because I have a specific strategy for that. Yeah, man. Personally, I don't believe in that either. Hey, Banks, can you please show us how you break down indices? I won't do that during this session just because it's a completely different strategy, guys. And I don't want to. I'm trying to be consistent, and by showing you guys my actions of doing what I'm preaching here, sticking to this strategy, sticking to this methodology. So I'm not going to go into detail and start breaking down a different strategy because I want you guys to just soak up the information for the one that I'm showcasing today during the live stream. So sorry about that, but I don't want to cause confusion, end up making things worse. Let's see here. Erkan, I'm in the trading nut now. Erkan, this man passed my. Oh yeah, what up, brother? What up? What up? What up? You're welcome. Yeah. Let's see here. Can you talk a little bit? Can you? Pugsley Lovejoy, can you talk a little bit about how you look at higher time frames while trading the 15-minute chart? So I do top-down analysis, and I start at the monthly because I want to understand overall direction, long-term direction of where the price is currently at. I want to also be able to establish what phase is that pair at, like what phase that pair is in, right? What is it ranging? Is it on an uptrend? Is it on a downtrend? You know, I want to identify these things because when I can see it on a higher time frame, then whenever I'm making decisions on a smaller time frame, it helps me whether or not I would decide to get in with a candle that price action isn't to my liking. If it's not to my liking, but I understand overall trend is in a certain direction, then I may be okay taking that, right? Like it helps me make those minute decisions in the moment, which is the active trade management portion of things, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Kind of Laura, sounds like you're talking from experience. Yeah, I mean, I've been trading since 2014, so I know there's people that have been trading much longer than me. I know there's people that have been trading a lot less time than me and may, make way more or be even better than me. I'm not claiming any of that. I'm only sharing what I know, what I do, and in the hopes of maybe it helps some of you guys. Yeah, there's no such thing as overbought, oversold. Yeah. I know that because it's one of my rules, and I only have it as a rule because I took my fair share of L's, thinking that way, right? Oh, it has to, right? Yo, the market will disrespect you like more times than you can afford. Okay. The market ain't got to do anything. Market ain't has to do nothing. The market doesn't care if it's overbought or oversold. It can continue to be overbought and oversold long enough to blow your account. Trust me. Uh, GJ looks about finished with the pullback. I'm not even looking at GJ right now, but I don't know. How do you make profit? How do you make profit on a downtrend? Am I missing something? I mean, yeah, like for example, look at gold right here. This is a downtrend. You can sell it and make the money going down. This is an uptrend. You can buy it and make the money going up. Doesn't matter if it's going up or down. You can make money going either way. Kapano Ramafoy. What up, Banks? I just joined from Botswana. What up, what up? Welcome, welcome. YNL CXSSO. Have you ever thought about fundamental when trading, Lord Banks? No, I focus primarily on technical side of things. The only fundamentals that I incorporate is I use Forex Factory to look at the red and orange folders and what time it's coming out, and avoid taking a trade during those times, because it's just, I don't like trading news. Trust me, I've had my fair share of burns with that. Can you give us a breakdown of how you trade? Yeah, I mean, I just did it live, bro. You can check out the video, the replay, and see the entire process, top-down analysis. But to summarize, I don't want to, write you off like that because I'm not an asshole. But to summarize is I do top-down analysis. I don't use indicators, clean charts. I look at the monthly, I look at the weekly, I look at the daily, and then on the 4-hour, I establish tops and bottoms. And when I say tops and bottoms, I'm referring to zones, support and resistance, supply and demand, areas of interest, key levels, whatever you want to call them. Same thing for me. For me, I just call them tops and bottoms. And then I refine it on the 1-hour. And then I move down to the 15-minute to establish a breakout range. And that is the red dotted line that you see on the screen. The breakout range is based off of what I see in the price action of consolidation and the potential of it if it goes above or below, with the price action looking to the left, clean movement where there's a clear direction, right? So that is, in a nutshell, a breakdown of the breakout strategy that I do here on the live streams for London session. Hello, is there a promo code for your program? There is a promo pack right now on the link. If you go to the link, the link's not on the screen. Sorry. I guess I'll just add it right here. I don't know if there's any more spots left, but the only promo I have right now is this one. And I don't want to continue talking about paid services. You guys can go to the link and figure that out. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Any more questions on here? So look at gold. It literally came down to the bottom of this range and is pushing up now. Well, see what GJ is doing. If you're just joining, guys, welcome to Trading Nut, I guess. I was about to say welcome to Lord Banks FX, which is my trading channel, but welcome to Trading Nut. I'm trading live on Trading Nut's platform. He has been gracious enough to let me hijack his channel and stream for you guys live. I don't know if many of you caught my interview with Trading Nut. It was my first interview that I've ever done as a trader, and he wanted me to go over a breakdown of strategy and trading, and we had run out of time, and I told him, how about I just do a live stream instead. So here I am with the live, and sorry, I realize I say a lot, but sorry. Anyways, if you caught the interview, I let Trading Nut know that I would do a live, and that's why I'm here now. But I don't know what I was going to say. Anyways, if you're just joining, we already executed our trade. It triggered based off my strategy, and I took this win here to TP1, closing partials, and left a runner. Went up about 20 pips before it came back down and hit our runner. Ended up closing at break even. So we did win this trade because we hit TP1. That's how I operate with my strategy. And the runner ended up breaking even. So small profit, which is fine, because remember, the only 4 outcomes you want is either a small profit, small loss, break even, or a big win. You never want a big loss. Okay. A couple of things that I wanted to mention on that. Yeah, it was a good interview. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Let's see here. We have 135 people on my live and only 79 likes. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and smash that like button, guys. If you made any money with me today, if you've learned anything today, if you've enjoyed the stream, if you're on Trading Nuts, channel, I'm sure he has all his people that are able to give him his likes and subscribers, but make sure you hit that like button for him as well. Oh, nice. We got 9,700 likes on TikTok. Appreciate the love, guys. I've been kind of going on the comments of the Trading Nut and mine and kind of forgot about TikTok. Sorry, guys. Appreciate the love and support. Let's see here. Catalora, well said. I've been great at taking huge losses, though. I'm sorry, brother. But realizing that is half the battle, right? You're not being delusional about your current performance. Now, fix it, okay? Work on fixing it. If I could give you any piece of advice, the first thing I would say is go to your trading journal and see what is looking like what. Find trends in when you're losing, and is it on days that you're losing? Is it certain setups? Is it certain pairs? Is it did you follow your rules? Were you disciplined? You need to look at that. Like I tell you guys, well, not you guys, because this is new for Trading Nut, but in my community, I talk about the active trading is, for me, it's like an experiment, right? If anyone here knows about scientific experiments, understand that there is the variables and there is the constant, right? Understand that you will never, ever, 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 ever control the market. So by de facto, the market is the variable. So where does that leave you? You have to be the constant, right? So if you're the constant, then based off your documented performance, your trading journal, you will be able to measure your progress, whether it's good or bad. You know, for me personally, I know a lot of people, they'll document their trading journal and all they document is just the trade itself, when they got in, you know, what the result was, and they review their trading journal. Or some people just document and don't even review their trading journal, which is crazy to me because you have a lot of valuable information there. But some people will only review their losses. And I'm like, why? You understand you're only seeing half of the side. I review my losses and my wins because I want to look at the wins and see, could I have had a better entry? Could have I had a less drawdown? Could have I held on longer? A lot of things that could be different. I like to look at and see where I can make those small, minute improvements, because think of trading as, when you're hitting on all cylinders, it's multifaceted, right? So there's different little areas that when you put them together, then you can be consistent and profitable. But in that, you have your risk management, you have your trading plan, you have your trading journal, you have your mindset, you have your psychology, you have your strategy, you have all these little different things. But most people don't recognize that and they bounce around. They don't know what to look at, what to fix, or what to focus on. But be patient and just focus on one facet at a time, right? Nail down your risk management. Nail down your trading plan. Nail down your discipline. Nail down your trading psychology. And slowly but surely, all of those things come together for you to be a better trader. Hopefully that makes some sense and helps you out a little bit. Catalora, yeah, true. Definitely enjoying your view of the market. Nuggets, appreciate it. Appreciate it, brother. What about when I get so rich I can move the market? Man, if that time comes, let me know so I can take your trades. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, and very true. Very true. Well said. Never heard anyone put it that way before. Nice. You're welcome, man. I think that sometimes it just takes a different perspective of looking at things from a different perspective for it to click, because I'm not talking about anything new. I'm just explaining it in my own way. And maybe that relates with you and it clicks for you. So all right, let's see here. This thing is pushing up. She's pushing up. And gold is starting to push up too. So we have a bullish engulfing candle here. Now, it's risky, but you could. I'm not going to take it, but you could. Just like I told you this, I'm not going to take it, but you could. Put your stops below here, below this breakout range, and you could target this level up here if you wanted to. But this is risky. This is definitely risky. Just FYI. I'm not taking it because I'm going to take my win. I'm just letting you guys know it's a bullish engulfing candle. The previous candle didn't have a wick, so it could just be retracement for that. That's where the risk is. But you do have a strong level of support below here with the breakout range, it rejecting that and moving to the upside. So, and it could continue to range. So there's an opportunity there, about 80 pips. Your risk here is about 21 pips. So I would set your, initial take profit to the same, to 1-to-1. First target, which would be right about right here, 1775.85. And then once you hit that first level, adjust your stops to break even, take partials, and then, you could let the remaining run. Anyways, we have about 29 minutes left here on the stream, guys. I hope you guys have learned some information, gained some kind of value, and, enjoyed the stream, right? Shout out to Trading Nut for, giving me the opportunity to come on here and do a live stream with you guys. I don't get, this is my first ever collaboration and streaming on somebody else's account. Hey, look at that! It would have hit the first TP level if you took that. Who took that trade? Kevin the Trader, thanks. Learned a lot today. You're most welcome. Ryan, you still feeling good about the swing banks? Yeah, I'm okay with it, dude. Just got to be a little bit patient. Focus on the higher time frame. I know right in the lower time frame, it's pushing some volume up, but just be a little bit patient. We're still okay. So, that's what I wanted to ask is, where is everyone from? Can you guys comment your country? I'm just curious where everyone's coming in from. I wanted to see what parts of the country. Thanks, learned a lot from you. You're welcome. You're welcome. The bearish engulfing at the top of the range, was that not a good entry? It fundamentally, from a price action standpoint, yes, but understand that my breakout range is this and this, and I do not take trades within this range because it is risky. So although this pattern is a valid pattern, the reason I said I'm not taking it was I didn't have a wick to the downside and it was within this range, but it played out. That was a gamble. So is this one. But the thing is, it can play out, cannot, like the probability of this potentially going against you and hitting stop is a lot higher than if I were to wait for the breakout, right? Let's see here. No, I didn't take it. I just pointed it out, but I didn't take it. I had drawn the setup and I said, look at this bearish engulfing candle. It's a setup and it's risky. You can take it, but I wasn't taking it. Did you learn from Raja Banks? No, I did not. I learned from trading, just trading. I'm still short from that bearish on daily. New Zealand, Australia, UK, Australia, South Africa, San Diego, UK, France. Nice. I think that's the first time I've seen France. RO. Where is RO? I don't know where RO is. South Africa, in India, Botswana, Kenya, UK, Uganda, Nigeria, Mars. Somebody said Mars. Australia, Bulgaria, Kenya, UK. Very enjoyable stream. Thanks. Appreciate it, brother. Atlanta, Georgia. What's good? Yesterday I bought your promo and I'm grateful. Nice. Congrats. San Antonio. What's good? Texas in the house. I'm from Texas, guys. Born and raised in Texas, based out of Austin. And yeah, actually, I went to university in San Antonio. So, whoa, what was that? Something flashed. Nigeria, Romania, Kenya, Sudan. Do you trade US30? I do trade US30. I don't trade it during London live sessions. Romania, Ghana. Nice. I'm not in a trade, guys. I just sent this. I marked this up to show you guys that this was a potential trade because of the bullish engulfing. It already hit the first TP level, I believe. If you did the 1-to-1 with the risk that you're risking, about 20 pips. It's a risky trade because it's within this. It's within this range that I was waiting for a breakout. So it hadn't broken out, but it is respecting that level down here, and we're seeing price action show indication of bullish behavior. Norway, Sudan, Romania, awesome. Australia, that's awesome. Excuse me. What time do you go live? I go live at 12 a.m. Central Standard Time. 12 a.m. Central Standard Time. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Do. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? All right. Well, what happened to Fort Worth, Texas? Nice. I was actually born in Dallas. My YouTube channel is Lord Banks FX. Lord Banks FX. The Banks with the Z. FX. I played chess while waiting for ideal trade setups. Nice. Do you trade psychological numbers? I do not. I'm aware of them. Man, look at this. If you took that, about 23. And if you took this one, this was about 56, 60 pips you could have made here. 66 pips. This one, about another 25. Like I said, I didn't take these trades, guys, but you're more than welcome to take those trades. I personally did not, just because of the level of risk, because of these are within the range, and I've already taken a win, so I'm going to protect that win, appreciate that win, be grateful for the win, and not be not risk more than I need to. But I labeled these and I set them up for you guys, so you guys, if you guys have risk available to take within your trading plan, you could have taken it. I did not. But this is up like now 30 pips. Man, you could have made 60 down, 30 up. That's like 90 there. We took 20. That's, what is that, 110? It's been 110 pips so far on the stream if you would have taken all of those. Love your discipline to avoid high risk trades. Yeah, dude. I mean, I think that's what it's about. This is not taking this is exercising my discipline in not falling for FOMO, like fear of missing out of a trade. I don't care. Like, I marked it up and I literally showed you guys when this candle closed as bearish engulfing. I said, look, that would be a nice sell. I'm not going to take it because it's within this. It was same thing with here. Bullish engulfing. Look at that. I mean, 31 pips there. I told you guys you can take it if you want. I wasn't taking it. I wasn't going to take it. Chase, Chris Daniels, I'm in Dallas. Nice. Nice. That's what's up. I love Dallas. I love visiting Dallas. And my mom lives in Dallas, actually. Well, north of Dallas. Appreciate the love, guys. Thanks for the subscribers or subscriptions. I don't know how to say. Thanks for subscribing, following me, guys, for the support. Much appreciated for the love. Jesus Christ, all these notifications. We're at 11,100 likes on TikTok. Much appreciated. We're only at 93 on YouTube. We got 125 people watching. Thanks, Mr. Lord Banks. Much love. Great info. Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. He says, behind the scenes, though, bro, you would rather had taken those trades. Be honest. Nah, man. I mean, look, you understand the market gives unlimited opportunities. Just because I missed out on this 60 and 30, 90 pips here, that doesn't bother me, man. Like, does not bother me. I've caught moves bigger than that, better than that. I'm not gonna say to me like, oh man, I wish don't be greedy. Don't be greedy, guys. Take your wins, thank the market, and come back again. You don't need to be trading all day, taking everything and taking the risky ones. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be disciplined. What is the red dotted lines? The red dotted lines indicate the breakout range where I was looking for price to come up, close above for a potential trade to the next target level, or break down, close, and a trade to the next target level. So yeah, just because they ended up playing out and won, you're saying that. But imagine if I would have set this up and it would have been a loss, then you would be singing a different tune. No FOMO, no greed. Yeah, man, that takes more money out of your pocket than many different things. But if you had the risk available and you are able to take that, you could have taken it. Have you tried the ICT price action? No, this is like people ask about ICT SMC. I literally just learned the name of ICT today. I think somebody said it was like institutional something. I don't know, but I do not. I don't even know the concept or how that is executed. So anyways, that's crazy. I really like this dashboard that Trading Nut has here. I think I'm gonna steal it and use it for my streams. It's pretty nifty. Okay. Oh wow, like a bunch of you guys. Dang, we're like almost at 1,800 subscribers to the free Telegram. It's crazy. Non-trading question, Mr. Lord Banks. What football team you support? Oh, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Born and raised in Dallas, guys. I'm a Dallas everything. Dallas Mavericks, Dallas Cowboys, Texas Rangers, Dallas Stars. That's my sports teams. So I know that some people may not like the Dallas Cowboys, but hey, look, it's America's team, so it's like saying you don't like America. No, yeah, I grew up watching the Dallas Cowboys. I got to watch their stint in the '90s. You know, I was a kid watching them. What time is it where I am? It is 3:47, guys. We have about 12 and a half minutes left on the stream. We took our initial win on GJ. I had setups here for gold, both going down and up, that were risky. I did not personally take, but I did put them out on the screen. So if you took that opportunity, made some money, congratulations. Those were risky setups. Oh, yeah. If anybody has room in their fantasy football league, let me know. I want to join a. I want to play fantasy football this year. I haven't played in like I don't know, maybe like 2-3 years, but yeah. How about them Cowboys? Yes, sir. If anybody has room, I'd be down to play. Let me know. You can send me a DM on Instagram or message in the Discord. Today was a different kind of stream because I was on Trading Nuts and he was like, please don't play any music. I usually have music playing because I don't care about getting copyrighted, but Trading Nut he asked me not to, so I didn't play anything. I know sometimes it does suck, like you get that copyright violation and then they remove the sound and you have like a video with no sound. So that would suck if for Trading Nut I had a video with no sound and it was still on there and nobody got to see it. Anyways, let's see what GJ is doing. See if it's still pushing up. She is still pushing up. And she's almost at the TP3. The initial TP3. Like I said, we didn't take all that because at TP1 we took partials and then it came and broke even with the runner. So, but even if you would have kept the original position with the stop that was set, you would have got stopped out right here, you know, unless you had a bigger stop, then it would have been a different type of strategy, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see here. Kizo, do you look for a break below / above your levels with the retest and price action for an entry? No, I don't. My strategy is strictly a breakout strategy, leveraging volume in pre-market and market open. So I don't look for a retest. If you're trading the break and retest strategy, that is different than what I'm doing. I'm trading that initial break. That's what I'm trading, not the retest and then entering, right? So, yeah, hopefully that answers that. Let's see. Pugsley Lovejoy. Lord Banks will spend 4 hours not trading in order to take one good, consistent win, inspiring for my discipline. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, honestly, like, this is the thing. People have no patience, and people come in wanting to be millionaires in this yesterday. So they're like, and then just jump in, take trades. It's not. It's not about that. It's not about how many trades you can take. It's not about how many pips you can make in a day. It's not about, like, it's about, can you come in and consistently do what you say you're going to do methodically, be able to replicate that in a system and be profitable. And a lot of people completely underestimate what 20 pips a day can do for you. Trust me, guys, even if you have a smaller account, 20 pips a day, get off, do your thing, come back the next day, take another 20 pips. Even 10, 15 pips, like, trust me, 20 pips a day can change your life. Do not underestimate. Do not underestimate what it can do for you. 100%. Yep. Thanks. All right. Let's see here. I'm in Dallas. Thanks. CJG's carbon copy of yesterday. Yeah, basically, right? You see, yesterday's London session was, well, this was New York. So London was yesterday, right here. Oh, right here. Push down, pull up. Today's push down, pull up. Very similar, very similar. Liam Kings at FC, you're MVP this year and Rookie of the Year. I don't know if I'd consider myself rookie. I've been streaming for over a year now, and I've been trading, since 2014. So I'm new to you. I'm not new to the game. I've had my fair share of frustrations, obstacles, challenges, and I just try to get better every day, man. Oh no, I mean football. Oh, nice. Yeah, I definitely enjoy football. I want to go to the home opening game, but I've been trying to find a suite, and like each one offers like different services, and then like each, like, they come with like 20. So I want to get like one of the suites for the home openers for the Cowboys game, but some of them offer like things that I don't need, and like some of them are like 20 tickets, and I don't even have like 20 people. Like, I just want to take my dad and my brothers to go watch the football game, but I don't know, I'm thinking like maybe it's a little over excessive to spend that amount of money if I'm not going to take, more people than just us. I don't know. Plus, we have like a whole like ritual thing, like when we watch the Cowboys games, and so watching it live, it'll be different, Anyways, we got about 5 minutes left here on the stream. Nice. Cypher says, when we took the first trade on GJ, I went to check Bitcoin, and after that, you were talking about bearish engulfing for reversal. I use the same strategy for reversal on Bitcoin and 60 pips in profits. Thanks, Banks. You're welcome. Lord Banks is not lucky. He's disciplined trader. He also loses and treats it the same. Great. I'm learning. Yeah. I think it's super important to be able to keep your emotions steady state. So, not over celebrate wins and not, become over frustrated with your losses, because when you give in to that, you allow your emotions to take control. And that's when you chase trades and you marry trades and you revenge trade and you trade out of fear and greed, and more losses come from that than wins. So if you win, you could possibly win doing that, but it won't be consistent. It's not sustainable, and eventually you will lose to a point where it'll hurt. Much love, guys. Thanks so much for the likes, guys. Thanks for the subs. 11,600 likes on TikTok. Much love. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate Show Trading Net. Some love, guys, and subscribe to his channel and like the stream. Without Trading Net, I wouldn't be doing this collaboration. I mean, I'd be live on my channel, but much appreciative to Trading Nut allowing me to come on his channel and share with you guys a couple of nuggets. I hope you guys learned something, gained some kind of value, enjoyed the stream, made some money if you took the trades with me. Other than that, I'm just about at my time here. We've got about 2.5 minutes. I won't be taking any more trades for London session. This thing has pushed up in the volume for London Open. We may see a little bit of consolidation before we see the next phase during New York Open. And so for that reason, I wouldn't be taking anything additional in there. Gold pushing back down here, pushed down, pulled back. This could maybe continue. If it breaks below here, we may see that continuation to the downside. Gold didn't trigger during our live session here, so there was no decision to make on trying to take a trade with gold. So let's Kizo, yeah, bro. After your interview on Trading Nut, I downloaded and listened to Trading in the Zone. Nice. What did you think about that? Did you do you feel like you did any like it learned anything from that, or were able to? I'm just curious, like what your perspective is on the book, because I mean I love the book. I still to this day will listen to it. Because I think it's important to revisit those things, especially things of value. Trading Nut is the bomb, yeah, for sure. Shout out, Elephant Trader. Shout out from France. Shout out. Yo, Trading Nut, I did the same. Nice. Welcome. Yeah, guys. So it is just about my time here, guys. Much appreciative to Trading Nut. Thank you again for letting me crash your channel and, hang out with your crew, hang out with your community, and trade live with you guys. Today was a win for us, and we had a couple of additional setups that were risky that I didn't personally take, but also played out as wins. Other than that, guys, I will be on tomorrow, same time on my channel for all of my community that's in there. And if you guys join there, I'll be live there, 12 a.m. Central Standard Time to 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. Other than that, VIP, I will be sending out setups for New York. And yeah, I'll see you guys mañana. Thanks so much. I appreciate the love. Thanks, guys. Peace.